Whoa, fuck. Hey, hey. Hey, I think I'm too greedy. Had to cut that bitch off, she was too needy. 25 for the walkthrough, that shit was too easy. Bust down, Cuban link choker, that shit was too freezy. Ooh, hey, I think I'm too greedy. Had to cut that bitch off, she was too needy. 25 for the walkthrough, that shit was too easy. Bust down, Cuban link choker, that shit was too freezy. Hit a lick, had to cool off, that shit was too heated. Had to go and get me a trap, my pockets too cheesy. Big Drake, street seeping nigga, leave him in 2 pieces. Rico, paid it in full, bitch, we don't do leases. All foes, beg for his life, put him in a doggy bag. Big Don, coming here flexing, now everybody mad. 3 bitches, 40 ounce bouncing them, that's a lot of ass. Young nigga feeling like Wayne, she like the lottie gag. No pampers, when I pull up, I make him fall back. Nigga having green like I'm Kale, little bitch I'm all that. Singing nigga really in here rapping like what you call that? Boss shit, know I mean business when I'm in all black. Bitch ain't no stopping, I be dashing it to the gas like VV is on me and they shining just like a flashlight. This got some egos, got me feeling funny from last night. But you know a nigga gotta get that bag right, ooh. Hey, I think I'm too greedy. Had to cut that bitch off, she was too needy. 25 for the walkthrough, that shit was too easy. Bust down, Cuban link choker, that shit was too freezy. Ooh, hey, I think I'm too greedy. Had to cut that bitch off, she was too needy. 25 for the walkthrough, that shit was too easy. Bust down, Cuban link choker, that shit was too free.
I just walked in, beating on my chest, bitch, I'm too beastie.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Red, damn, I'm too easty. I'm rich
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, what's the deal?
Pussy out the park, I'm the new Jeter. I just fuck bitches and kick them out, cause I don't do cheaters.
Make sure all my sound effects work in this motherfucker.
Got a new leader. Smith and Wesson, pressure.
I feel like we're gonna need our bells.
Upside down.
I feel like oh my God. Shout out to Lil Vader in this bitch, man. We got DeJon Paul all in this thing, man. He on the pulpit. He about to preach to y'all. Give me a mic check. Let me see something. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We good on the pulpit. We about to have some church today, man. Blunts is roll. We got the report cards printed, handed out. We ready to go, man. All the rappers tap in.
Not all the rappers tap in.
Tap in. Why not? Why not? I feel like we about to have a little class. We named it God Talk, so we can just really preach to him. You feel me? We be vessels of the word. You know what I'm saying? We just vessels. So let the information use us. If you know where the fuck you at, welcome back, God Talk Live. I'm your host, Shine of God. Radio Shine August, the Haitian sensation, R&B sensation, real nigga blues in your pocket right now. ShineAugust.com. The August is available right now, but fuck all that, man. To the left of me on the pulpit. Oh my God. Let me get a bell. Let me get my bells, man. DeJon Paul to the left of me, chief and editor of A Day in the Life, A Day in LA magazine. And then we also have the LA Rap Report Card. This is the second one, the second edition. We got A Day in LA podcast, right? All right, man, we're going to get all into your business, man. Thank you so much for showing up. 15 minutes early. You on time.
Yeah, I'm a professional. I try to be.
Get a bell, man. I feel like the bells is about to be belling today. Are you a praying man?
Yes.
Let's start there. All right, because we usually start the show off with a prayer. So I'm going to ask you to thank God for something and then ask him for something.
Okay.
Simple as that. All right, y'all bow your heads, man.
All right, well, dear God, we come to you today. Thank you for bringing us here first and foremost and just keeping us safe. I thank you for life. I thank you for prosperity. I thank you for everything you've brought into my life as of lately. And I thank you for LA Rap. What I ask you for is to bless LA Rap and to get it back to the stature it was once at. That's what I ask for today. Amen.
Whoa. Hey, God, we need that. LA Rap was a thing. LA Rap was the thing.
Yeah, it was.
At a certain point in this word, rap, it keeps smacking me in my head. But let's slow down. We got God out the way. Shout out to God. Let's get high. You said you smoke, you get high. You gonna get high with me?
I will.
All right, for sure. We're gonna get high. All right, let's get rude and disrespectful with my brother DeJon Paul. Is it DeJon Paul? Is it DeJon? How you want me to say it? How you want?
I definitely don't say it the first way.
Tell me what you want, man.
It's just DeJon Paul. Yes.
DeJon Paul, man. It make me want to reggaeton a little bit, but I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, man. Who the fuck is DeJon Paul?
Man, I'm the editor-in-chief of A Day in LA magazine. been in the music business a long time, since I was about 12 and a half, 13 years old. Went from being a social media manager and social media intern to social media manager to an actual manager in PR, to realizing that I could write. Like, I was a good writer. I could write essays. I could write articles. I could interview well, and that's how I got into media in about 2018.
And I saw some interviews on your YouTube as well.
Yes.
Okay. So let's slow down here. All right. You said since 12 or 13. What is you doing at 12 and 13 in the music industry?
Man, I just happened to be walking home from school one day, and I stumbled into the studio.
Uh,
And from there, they needed, like, I was good at my.
try it.
Test.
All right.
test.
Yeah.
There we
Talk
go.
directly into it. All right.
Got you. So, like I was saying, I walked into a studio when I was about 12 and a half, going on 13, and they needed, it was a few rappers in there, LA rappers in there, and they needed, like, MySpaces, they needed Twitter accounts, they needed websites. I knew how to code at a young age, stuff like that. So, that's just what it was. I was doing, like I said, I was a social media intern at first. I wasn't getting paid until I got into, like, high school. Then I started getting paid a salary to run their social media accounts and stuff like that.
So you're setting up niggas MySpaces. You're setting up
first
their...
Twitters, first Instagrams. Like when it first came out, this type of stuff. When Twitter first came out, when Instagram first came out.
Okay.
Me being a kid, I know about these things. These guys being in their 20s already, not knowing how to do these things. So I was doing Instagram and Twitter for them.
So
and
all right, you set it up, and then you manage it.
Yeah,
so you're content creating, or you're just posting?
Content creating as well. Not to the level that I'm doing today. Obviously, content has changed. But back then, like I would have their page, and I would set up a fan page for them. You get what I'm saying? And then I would have, like back then, to get on Power 106, New at 2, you had to have people text a certain code to this, like 69106 to their number.
I remember.
Yep, and so I was leading them campaigns to get certain songs on the radio, like Joe Moses Go Bitch. I remember running that campaign on social media for weeks and weeks until Felly Fell finally ran it back. He played it once, and then we had to keep texting 69106.
And I remember that moment when they actually played it too.
Yep.
It was a thing.
It was a big moment for LA rap because it had that jerking sound. It was DJ Mustard's first like radio hit. You get what I'm saying? So at the time he was DJ Mustard. Right, so it was just, I remember those type of moments. That's what we had to do. Now it sounds crazy texting a radio station, 69106 XYZ, but back in 2008, 2009, 2010, that's what you had to do to get on the radio.
And let's keep it going. And then you went from that. Okay, actually, let's stay there a little bit. Because right now, and most of my audience is entrepreneurs, musicians, let's talk about content, timing. Should I be posting 6-7 times a day? What am I posting? Do I need to post my selfie videos? Do it all got to be 4K? Like, just tell me something as a social media manager. If you could put that hat on for a second, and just preach to me from that era.
I'm better at running other people's social media than I am in my own, believe it or not.
Okay.
Because I guess I can see it from the outside looking in versus being myself. So I run other people's social media accounts better than I run my own. So I'll just say, be authentic, be active, be consistent, be present. And I'm not saying post 6-7 times a day, but, post with intent. If you're going to post something, make sure it means something. Make sure the people that are following you or the people that you want to follow you come across your page can take something from it. You get what I'm saying? Everything I post on the DeJon page or the DeJon magazine page, it's something you can take from it, whether it's laughter, whether it's intellect, whether it's debate. I spark a lot of debates, a lot of controversy. But it's something. It's not just fillers.
Why don't people like you, man?
I don't care about that.
Got it. Say less.
I like myself. I love myself. I'll just say that I feel maybe people don't like me because I'm so articulate and confident, and that doesn't come across right if you don't attach that to like
If you
a gangbanger. If I was like a crip walking blogger, people will fuck with me. Like if I press niggas and press lines and talked about gangbang politics all day long, people will fuck with me. I'd be like a big homie or something like that. But because I'm not on that type of time in LA and I sound like a bookworm or a nerd or what have you, it's like not as respected, but I really could care less about that.
I love how you handled that. What I really want to do, what God is telling me to do, let me take a quick break. Let me make sure all the audio is perfect, and then we'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. I say you summertime fine. Oh, I say you summertime fine. Like that J. Cole line. I say I'll take you out to Napa. Just to sip wine.
Test.
Test. Test. There we go. Test.
Yeah. We live, baby, live. Shout out to STOPHE Malone on the video. Don't switch up. Ha. Don't switch. Don't switch up.
Would you be around through the ups and downs? Would you hold your crown if it ends with thousands? I need to know before we go on, before the 50 and the goal, yeah. Need something real that I could build on. Cause I need someone to match my energy.
YouTube, Facebook, what's the deal? Twitter, Twitch, what's the deal? I see y'all.
You gon' fall in love with the money. You gon' fall in love with the deed. You gon' fall in love right around first class. Everywhere VIP. Fall in love with me. Girl, I promise you ain't had nothing like this. All VIP. Add to cart everything on your wish list.
Don't switch up. Hey. Don't switch up. Shout out to my independent. Shout out to my artists really living that creative life, really expressing themselves to the highest form, to the highest fashion, and investing in their goddamn shit, because this shit expensive, man. But we about to get all into this. Let's finish getting rude and disrespectful, man. We was already talking about his social media. DeJon Paul is on the stage. Round of applause. DeJon Paul is here. So what I took from your social media suggestion is post what matters to you. Of course, have the audience and your followers in mind, but ultimately post what you care about. Post what interests you, right?
Right, with intent. As long as you have an intention, I feel like you should post it. Don't just post 6, 7, 10 times a day. Fluff, you feel me? Post something that people could, something that sticks with people.
All right, then, so from social media managing, you go into just purely managing these artists?
Absolutely.
Okay, preach on that. Just because now I know a lot of artists are managing themselves to a certain degree.
That's true.
So if you can tell your history and also mix it in with some suggestions and recommendations of action for us, just go from there.
Well, I no longer manage. Let's start with that. Everybody keeps DMing me or reaching out, asking me to manage them, or I should manage this person, I should manage that person. People keep asking me to take management meetings with people and stuff like that. And the most I do is like a consultation because I don't want to manage. So one, it was I had a terrible experience managing because artists in LA particularly do not listen. You get what I'm saying? They're very stubborn. They don't listen. So anytime and literally anytime, I don't have nothing but examples of artists not listening to me. Anytime I would say go left, they go right. If I say go right, they go left. So if I said this should be the single, oh no, I don't like that song. This gonna be the single. If I say we should shoot a video to this song, oh no, that's not the one. We're gonna shoot a video to this song. From my experience, the artists that I work with and just every artist I work with just wanted to be my friend. They just want to be my homie. They just wanted to smoke weed. They wanted me to bob my head and say, oh, this shit hard, bro.
I hear you.
All day long and hang out with them and go hang out with girls with them. And that was just, it was just partying. It was just drinking, smoking, linking up with bitches. That's all it was.
Okay.
That's all it was.
I hear you.
You get what I'm saying? I didn't see the business to it. And I'm a office desk type of business type of person.
I'm listening.
You get what I'm saying? I love logistics and stuff like that.
Clearly, nigga, because this shit, I'm like, is this nigga like, this is time. Like, this is like But we're gonna get into it. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, from my experience, managing was just, if you want to be a manager in LA, I would just say be friendly, be friendly, be nice to people, smoke weed, attract women and attract women around you, stuff like that. Be party, sociable, stuff like that, because that's all they're looking for as a friend is companionship. They're not looking for somebody who's really going to manage their careers. From my experience, that's why I don't manage anymore, because I don't want to be these niggas' friends.
Your boy said, and I want you to take it from here. Your boy Trap XLA, he said, introduce yourself, and then show the product, and then sell. And then the sell is getting them to use your merch, your product, your song, your magazine, your photography, getting them to use that. So as a manager, tell your artists the things that they didn't listen to, and when it comes to introducing themselves, displaying the product, and then asking for the sale. Just talk to the artist real quick.
I would just say, starting from the beginning, I feel like it was just a lack of confidence in these artists. I feel like these artists didn't really think that they was going to make it, so they didn't apply it. That's just how I look at it.
Okay.
But so it's a mental thing first. Before we can even get to the business, to me, it's just a mindset thing. You have to know I'm going to make it. I'm going to be the biggest artist in LA, then the biggest artist on the West Coast, and the biggest artist in the game. So I was just, maybe I was just looking for that Jay-Z type of
confidence
mindset. Yeah. So before we even get to the business, I feel like the mentality wasn't there. So the report card and a lot of different things, I do speak to the mentality of an LA rapper. Before we even get to business, we have to address that. We have to address why you feel it's okay to go 2, 3, 4, 5 years without putting out a project. So what product do we have to sell if there's no music? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I wish we could just get to the business part of it. But for a lot of artists that I work with, we never got that far. It's like you're not finishing your project. You get what I'm saying? Or you think it's okay to put out one project every 2, 3 years.
And I know that's a big thing. And before we even get into the grades, I want to talk about the list, because there's some things, there's some things on the categories that speak loudly to me. So just as what I just took from you, what I took from you, one, you have to be consistent, and the consistent is gonna lead to your confidence, and that confidence is gonna that's gonna give you what you need to introduce yourself,
right?
And also ask for the sale, because you've already been consistent and you have the confidence.
Right.
And my vocal teacher taught me a lot. He said, bro, I'm not gonna teach you how to sing. I'm just gonna give you the confidence to go out and sing.
Okay.
So the confidence is really, really a big deal to you being able to go out and introduce yourself as an artist, introduce your product, and then ask for that sale. Absolutely. So I like how you broke that down. All right, man. So we got the 12 to 13. We got the social media manager. Then we got the manager. You said you did a little bit of PR, but I feel like we could touch on that later. Okay. Let's get into what you've been going viral for. What everybody been DMing you for. Death threats, nigga, for real?
All the time, yeah.
Stop playing.
I swear to God, even like some of the ladies on my team will receive them from like text-free numbers and stuff like, "Oh, we're gonna kill that nigga you be with," and shit like that.
If you kill a nigga through text-free, I'm mad at you. Like, you gotta stop that.
Too.
You downloaded a whole app to kill a nigga.
Like green messages, death threats is hilarious. But no, I get them. I get crazy shit. People send me videos with like guns and shit. Like I'm like, oh, I'm so scared. I'd be like, you selling wolf tickets? Like,
all right. But you cool. Like I feel like.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, leave the homie low, man. Like, are some of the death threats from? Well, they from text-free numbers, but are some? Clearly, there's some niggas on this list.
No, not anybody. That's the thing. It'd be the people that was left off the list more upset, especially this year. In 2023, maybe last year it was some rappers that was disgruntled with their grade. This year, I didn't argue or have any negative altercations with or situations with any artist on this report card.
List. So you on the list, you good, but death threats
from the artists that were left off. That's the people that have negative emotions this year.
Get out your feelings.
It's like, it's 56 artists on here. Was I supposed to do 100?
Yeah, niggas like 2 pages, nigga.
Yes, double-sided. Was I supposed to do like 10 pages or something? Like I put 56 artists. I took time to grade their music. Was I supposed to do 200 or something? I'm confused.
Let's before we go any further, before we go into the details, let's go straight to the bottom of the card. And I got the card for y'all. I'm about to put the card on the screen, so excuse our beautiful faces. I know y'all gonna miss us and shit, but we're gonna put the report card up on the screen right now.
There we go.
And oh, Boom. All right, there we go. All right, so we got the report card on the screen, but let's go all the way to the bottom real quick.
Okay.
Shout out the bottom. All right, all the way on the right, it says "Long live Key Riches."
Absolutely.
Shout out, take a moment, man. Just get a big shout out real quick, and just break that down. Why you put that on there?
One that was my friend. That was like one of my best friends.
Okay.
And I managed him. I managed him for many years. Executive.
Listener or didn't listen? Was he the one that listened or didn't listen?
No, he didn't listen.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, keep it real.
He didn't listen. He was very stubborn, strong personality, but business minded, but just in his own way, his own nuance. But he didn't really listen like that. If I say go left, he was gonna go right.
On
too.
some artist shit. We're talking strictly artists. Yeah,
right. But
absolutely.
Friend wise, he was one of my best friends. He was really a dope person. You know, rest in peace. So I had to rep him on here. I'm gonna rep him in everything.
Amen.
That's
Rest
my
in
brother.
peace. That's
Rest
why
in peace.
before we get into the bullshit, let's get into the real shit. All right, let's really take our time here with the categories, and I got some of them written down. So
It's 11.
they mean a lot to me. So out of the 11, I got a couple on here, and I see one wasn't on here, but I'm pretty sure it's like
sprinkled in.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the first one, I'm big on this, guys, and I'm gonna ask you a question later. I'm gonna ask you a question later because the homie called me and checked on my mental health after I published this on Twitter. All right, but let's get on the first one. Lyricism.
Yeah.
Why did you put that in there? For obvious reasons, but what's your opinion?
Lyricism is on there because, I mean, they're rappers, right?
Right.
I mean, they're artists, they're music artists,
Okay.
so they're supposed to have lyrics unless they, playing a guitar or something.
Amen.
It's the words matter, definitely. And that's something that the coast has to get back to. I'll say the coast, not just LA, but the coast has to get back to being supreme lyricists. We rapped better, in my opinion. We had the storytellers. We had, in the 90s, we had the real storytellers. We had Cube, we had Snoop, we had Quick, we had Mac 10, we had Sugar Free. We had people that really rapped and told stories in their raps. And even going to the 2000s, look at Game. Game was, despite however you feel about whatever, lyricism wasn't nobody fucking with Game in the 2000s.
I wrote his name down. Game.
Absolutely. So lyricism is very important. So we got
very important. And you did everything that I wanted you to do right here because it's been a lack of lyricism in the culture, especially on the coast, from the coast.
From the coast.
So I haven't really been impressed with LA rap. That's what I'm saying. You're making LA rap great again.
That's my goal. I should make a hat.
Definitely. Mara, coming soon. Marla, whatever. It's coming.
The acronym.
It's here. Yeah. Listen. He said it's a lack of lyricism in the culture. We're going to throw it all over the world. You feel me? UK niggas is coming up, and I'm going to give a big shout out to the ladies. The female rappers, I want to say, is giving niggas bars.
Yeah, from different regions. Not our female rappers, but female rappers from different regions.
Agreed.
Are delivering bars, solid lyricism. And I feel like a lot of our lady rappers could step up the bars, too. It's a couple that are doing like AJ the One and stuff like that. But most of our women rappers, they're not talking about nothing in their rhymes. Their rhyme, even if you're not talking about something, because even in the early 80s, late 70s, hip-hop, it wasn't the most intricate, important type of raps, but they would just say it in a slick way. You get what I'm saying? It's poetry. So it's like we're looking for, I wouldn't call none of these poets.
Poetry. I love that.
Artists poets for the most part.
And you have 11. The next one is, y'all see it there. The next one is impact.
Impact, very important. How are you influencing the culture? How are you impacting the fans? Do you have people saying, man, your music saved my life or your music changed my life? You get what I'm saying? Do I see other artists trying to sound like you? Do I see other artists trying to emulate you? That's important. That's a nod. You get what I'm saying, under your belt or what, a notch under your belt. Things like that contribute to impact.
Now, the next one, let's breeze through these because I feel like cadence and flow is the same thing.
No, they run in tandem. They run parallel, but they're like this, but they're not the exact same thing. I'll put it like this. To me, cadence, and this is what I was taught as a kid. Cadence was Big Daddy Kane. Flow was Rakim. So Rakim is the one who introduced flow to hip-hop. He was the first person to add the ins and outs and the ups and downs because I guess he grew up playing the saxophone or something like that. So he knew how to add that.
The melody kind of.
Just flow. Before that, it was clap your hands. It was just very to the clap of the beat. Yeah. Everybody was rapping like that. And then he comes in and he's like thinking of a master plan. Ain't nothing going on in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just ins and outs. So that's flowing, and cadence is Big Daddy Kane. Cool, calm, collected. The voice, the presence,
The
on the
tone.
record, the tone. That's the word I'm looking
I'm
for.
listening.
The tone, the
I'm
approach
listening.
to the record.
I'm
Kane
listening.
was cool. When Kane came on, it was just smooth. And for the East
hey,
Coast,
hey, hey. I
right?
hear
So
you.
for the West Coast, not saying Kane. Let's use Easy E or somebody like that, or Quick, or today like G Perico has one of the best cadences to me.
I'm listening.
Because when his voice comes on, it's just cool. It's the tone, and it's just about that approach to the record. That's what cadence is. But they go hand in hand. Cadence and flow go hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
You should
I
have
love
both.
it.
You need both. You need both.
Here we go, guys. This is why I DQ 3 stacks on a bigger scale.
Go.
This is why I DQ 3 stacks.
Catalog. Lack of catalog.
Lack of catalog.
And you can do that for a plethora of West Coast artists, LA artists today don't have a lot of music, or you can't name 4 or 5 projects from them because they don't have 4 or 5 projects.
And not outcast projects.
Solo projects. Not talking about projects, collaborative efforts and stuff like that. I'm talking about your catalog.
So and this is where I'm coming from, because if you're a rapper, you're a 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old, 45-year-old, 46-year-old stepping into the rap scene, and you like, damn, I don't really know what I need to do. There's a whole category list. There's 11 categories that you can really write down in your pad. You could turn the report card sideways and change your whole game about it. Change your whole.
It's a rubric.
Thank you, man. It's a rubric. All right, let's keep it going, man, because I got a couple written down. Of course, I want to say them. The next one I wrote down is consistency. That feels like right there with catalog, right?
Yeah, they go. Yeah, I kind of paired them. If you pay attention, some of the things are kind of paired.
Got it. Okay, okay.
Consistency and catalog go hand in hand.
Okay.
West Coast artists or LA artists rather are just not consistent for the most part. Of course, we have G Perico dropping a project every 2 fucking weeks or something like that. But for the most part, we get artists that don't put out music, and I attribute that to a lot of our artists tend to be lazy, and then that's just LA. We smoke weed, we vibe, we chill, we party. It ain't too much business going on the new LA rap scene for whatever reason. But then also look at our leaders. Like I look at like a Top Dog Entertainment, who was the premier West Coast label in the past decade or so. They weren't flooding the streets with music.
They were not flooding the
on
streets.
Some Gucci Man, Lil Baby type shit. They wasn't, they was putting out projects. Kendrick went 5 years without dropping a project. Absol just went 6 years without dropping a project. You get what I'm saying? Artists be...
And we can't have the same love for you that we did 5 years ago if this is in between projects. You know what I'm saying? You're not flooding with anything else.
And our attention spans are shorter. Our attention spans are only like 15, 30 seconds nowadays. It's not the 90s or 80s where people went 3-4 years without putting out an album. You can't do that. You need to be and then you need to be dropping a project at least once a year, to me.
Agreed.
Like,
can we do year and a half?
Yeah, like
okay.
But on some Jay-Z shit. Like I look for the Jay-Z, Drakes, Lil Wayne's. They put out music consistently. Jay-Z dropped the album every year from 96 to like 2000.
Yeah.
10 summers. You get what I'm saying? Wayne.
Yeah.
Drake puts out a lot of music. You get what I'm saying? He dropped the album 2021. He dropped the album 2022. So that's what I'm looking for. At least give your fans a mixtape.
Right.
Once a year. If you're not going to do an album or a mixtape and an EP, something is like,
I'm gonna hate to ask you this next question. I'm really gonna be mad. I hate this. I hate to ask you this last question. All right, let's breeze through this because we're gonna go to break it there. We're gonna get into some of these rappers on this goddamn list. All right, so my thing was, of course, I love beat selection. I love that. As a manager, let's go straight to branding right before one that's not on this list that I would love to talk to you about. But branding. Let's speak to that. Branding and impact, I feel like it's kind of coincide.
They coincide at certain points, but it doesn't always translate. You can have a popping brand, but it doesn't necessarily impact people that much.
Gotcha.
It could be trendy.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Listening.
You can have and that's not impactful if it's only going to be for a couple months or a couple weeks. You feel me? Everybody's talking about you, or everybody's wearing your shirt this week, and then 6 months from now, nobody's wearing it. You get what I'm saying? So that doesn't speak to impact. But branding is important because just the history that we have with brands out here. You look at YG with the 400 brand. You look at Recipes Nipsey with the marathon and everything he was able to accomplish with that. Even Tiger had Last Kings. You get what I'm saying? He had
it's a
store,
standard. I hear you.
It's just, to me, that's part of hip hop on a global scale. Puffy with Bad Boy and Sean John and
I hear you.
you know, Jay with Rockaway. That's just Wayne with Truck Fit. That's just hip hop to me. Like to me, if you're a rapper, you're supposed to have your own brand. You're supposed to have your own label. You're supposed to be selling merch on some Steve style, Chris Lighty. Type of thinking. You know what I'm saying? So it's important. I'm glad that I put it on there because at first it wasn't, and then before I posted the first report card last year, I was like, I need to go back and add branding.
And this is it shows the next one. I would like to. I love this quote because it means a lot to me. And I feel like if you combine the next category with the branding, I'm gonna bring us back on camera, y'all. Hold on. What's the deal? All right, so the next one matters a lot to me because they said how you combine what you copy makes you original.
Okay.
All right, so you may be copying Tune's cadence. You may copy Hov's consistency, Kendrick's music videos, all to be a part of your branding. All right, so just talk about originality and why it was so important for you to put this in the category.
Well, originality happens to be like, I guess, the word of the week for me. You know, I had made a meme last week, just over the weekend, maybe Friday I had posted it, and it had mentioned that.
Made a meme.
Yeah, I make memes. Like, when I get bored, that's what I do.
Where my son? Let me give you a bell. Hold on, let me give you. Nigga made a meme, not repost the meme, ladies.
I make memes all the time. It's just what I do when I'm bored. But I had made a meme of the 3 things that was holding LA rap back. I don't know if you saw that.
Of course.
One of the things was artists sounding like DRAKO, copying DRAKO. I feel like 90% of the music that people send to me, DM to me, email to me, they're using his flow, they're using his mannerisms, and it's just, you don't know what's what. You get what I'm saying? A lot of our artists on the new LA rap scene, the upcoming artists, tend to use this sound. So originality is important to me this week because I just want more LA artists to be original. Find your own sound, find your own lane. There's nothing wrong with borrowing or being influenced by somebody. I'm obviously influenced by XXL magazine.
Yeah, of course.
The Source magazine, Elliot Wilson.
How you combine it, though.
Yeah, but how you add your own twist, your own nuance to it, a way to stand out. You get me? What are you doing to stand out from what has already been done?
And I got to give a big, huge shout out to, like, of course, y'all know my mentor, my personal Jesus. Shout out to Wes B in this business. But even yesterday, every Tuesday, she do the gas or trash. And the most records that get trashed are the ones that sound like the off-brand Yalas. And even in the comments, niggas come up with funny names like Roddy Broke or like nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you combine it, you got to have a sense of your own creativity before you get in the lab and be like, all right, I'm a rapper.
Right, I'll say it like this. I feel like Biggie, he's one of my favorite rappers of all time, right? To me, he had KRS-One in him. Paul.
Amen.
He had some of Rakim, and he had some of Kane,
Amen.
That Brooklyn flow. So he took them 3 things and made it into his own. You get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be like, oh, he just copied Kane word for word. You know what I'm saying? But he was influenced by him. It's okay to be influenced, but the copying, the copy pasting where you don't change nothing, you just gonna do what this
samplers, producers, y'all listening? My fault.
It's like, it's nasty to me. It speaks to character. To me, I feel like you're not strong if you're copying. You're not intelligent because you can't come up with your own thing like the person you're copying did.
Amen.
If they were able to copy, if they were able to introduce something original, you can too. It's 24 hours in both of your days. So.
And that's where niggas can take it a little personal because it's like, hold on, bro, you lack a lot of originality.
Yeah.
And they're forcing this on me, and it's not original. I don't like it. So are y'all trying to resell some shit? Is somebody trying to come up off me? Like,
store brought.
Yeah, it's a
very store brought.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Originality. All right, man. So just to breeze through the 11, we got lyricism, impact, cadence, flow, catalog, consistency, music videos. I don't know. Are they dead?
No, I mean, you go to somebody's house, they got YouTube on, you watching music videos. Okay. Are they good? Not really. But you feel me? People still watch music videos. I still do. You know, that's what I cut on if I'm at the house, especially if I have company. You know, I'm going to cut on YouTube.
Is that a
just
thing?
Press shuffle. Yeah. You go to Kickback or Airbnb or anything. That's what they watching Detroit rap videos, but they still
YouTube and chill? I get it.
I'm not going to call it that.
No.
But YouTube is on the screen. YouTube is on the screen for sure, definitely.
All right, lyricism, impact, cadence, flow, catalog, consistency, music videos, beat selection, branding, originality, versatility. Can you get on a song with Daddy Yankee? Can you, you know what I'm saying? Can you, I get that. So those are the categories, man. And also, Rap Genius just walked in this thing. I see y'all in the comments. Stophe Malone, what's the deal? Of course, we got DeJon Paul on the pulpit, man, preaching the word to these rappers, man. We about to get into the rappers' pause after this break, man. Shout out to everybody watching Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. I love you so much. Feel free to call in. Let me turn the phones on now. Feel free to call in 424-234-9416, man. We'll be right back.
Yeah. It's Ivory, the goddess.
What's the LA sound? Good question.
I'm the reason these bitches hide with a mask on. I'm the reason why that bitch didn't drop her last song. I'm the reason why they lose, they cannot step to me respectfully. Cut these niggas off, vasectomy. Look, hey, better run now. Cause when I'm guessing, guarantee I ain't gon' run out. Thought it was a game, now they said it ain't fun now. Flex when I was down, but I see that you a bum now. Look, I never settle, I want more than hefty. Never suck dick to get no one to rep me. Keep my foot real close, where they next be. Bitches envy me, so now they go and be besties.
Y'all don't judge my weed. My car battery died yesterday. I didn't have no weed. So I went to a Latino dispensary, man. So I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm not gonna speak to that. Outside of LA.
I know I'm hot, ain't no way that you ain't feeling me. Song got the song case, the bitch that she ain't hearing me. I'm killing the game. I'm the pressure, I'm the remedy. Be with the op, just know you ain't no friend of me. I let him eat the coochie, now he thinking we got chemistry. Roll to a million, can't you see I got supremacy? By trying to be my man and me, I cannot give you empathy. No.
Ivory the Goddess. What's the deal, Ivory the Goddess? Somebody said, oh, I'm not somebody very special. We actually just played this video, Don't Switch Up. Make sure you don't walk in, you in the camera for long. And I'll be giving a homie shit for his outfits. I'm gonna check his outfit out today. Let me see. No, go this way. Stand in front of the camera. Let me see. He got the white puffer on. You know, you gotta be fashionable around me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be giving a homie shit. He dressed like a foreigner a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the homie DeJon. He got the Lost and Founds on.
They can't see my feet.
But we usually have a shoe and tell, but I didn't know you was like that.
Oh, no.
So I usually have a shoe and tell. You bring a special shoe, and then we tell about
cam?
it. A little something,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But I stalled you out. I didn't know you was like that. But you got to be fresh. That's something you got to put on there next year, style. Because
everybody's telling me that.
Yo.
Bro. Everybody's been saying, like, where's the fashion category? Where's the style category? But I'm like, I don't want nobody to go on my page and start screenshotting pictures of me and my fit.
You have to do that.
And try to compare them. Like, nah, because I don't rap, so they can't compare. You
step
know,
your rap shit up and step your fucking LA niggas is, I'm going to say this loud and clear. LA niggas is just not fashionable, period, man.
Rap-wise.
Period. When I'm out, the freshest shit I've ever seen, and I thought it wasn't going to be the freshest shit, was the La Russell concert.
Okay.
When I went to the La Russell concert, niggas was actually, I'm like, damn, niggas fits. I thought it was going to be niggas in beanies and hoodies and shit. But niggas was fashion, but that was one of the first times I've seen everybody looking good in L.A. Okay. And I'm born and raised here. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's bigger than rap.
No, this is not a fashion city. This is not New York.
Yeah, we got to get it together.
You're right.
We got to get it together. But definitely as a rapper, what say you on style, man? We adding that next year or what?
Next year I'm going to add that. It's been so many comments or people DMing me like, when you going to add fashion, when you going to add style. For that reason, like I just said, I don't want nobody comparing because I'm not a fashion expert or whatnot. But I'll try to add that category next year.
Thank you. Falon?
I was just going to say, who will we have to even put or to give good grades in that category?
Everybody's trash.
Somebody tried to say that, it was a tweet last week, I believe, that I reacted to. Somebody tried to say that Dom Kennedy, who's my favorite rapper of all time, was the biggest streetwear icon since For Real. And I was like, he is a great dresser. He is fly, but I wouldn't say that. I'm not calling Dom Kennedy a fashion icon.
Shout out to Dom and Chip.
On his way up, he did give a lot of spotlight to, like,
brands,
brands,
Stussy and all that.
He did.
What you saying, he didn't take it to the level of, like,
For
making
Real,
a shoe
Kanye,
or a clothing line.
So
Travis,
YG, YG definitely has his own style, and he has it to mix with your own brand. The nigga wear heart bottoms with, you know what I'm saying?
I think he cosplaying Mexican style.
Yeah, I'm not going to call YG a fashion icon.
And I wouldn't say he had his own style.
And I wouldn't, if I was to grade that, I wouldn't give that a 10. Me personally, I wouldn't give the hard bottoms and all that a 10. Of course, he's doing something to stand out, but we kind of don't. We kind of tired of that. We kind of want him to get back to. You feel me?
So can we crown right now? If you, who can we crown
I got
fashion wise, real quick?
Uh-huh.
That RICHE is kind of fresh,
Roddy dresses cool.
but
He's
not no
low-key.
icon.
He's low key. No, I would
DJ
say-
from Blue Bucks.
Yeah, the Blue Bucks Clan, they obviously put that shit on. I wouldn't say iconic just
Yeah,
yet.
who's
'Cause we
iconic
were-
from our
Oh,
Snoop?
iconic?
Tyler,
No, we
Tyler
don't
the
have nobody
creator.
iconic.
Tyler.
To me, he's like his new Nike collaboration is crazy.
And then-
I seen them hoodies.
Crazy.
With our rappers, it seems like our rappers can talk about or spit about the fashion better than they can actually dress.
Executed.
Oh, mama.
Yeah, that's true. Execution is be off a lot of times.
So is it the artist or the stylist? I don't know, but
It
next
don't be-
year.
it don't really be stylists. It don't really be a budget for stylists in a lot of cases.
So it's all your take. Next year, rappers, we got
Style.
12 categories.
There we go.
We got 12 categories next year, so you got a year to get your style together, man. But let's get into this shit, man. Round of applause, man. DeJon Paul is on the pulpit. He been preaching. Now let's get into the scripture, man. I got some things here. I got some names here.
Okay.
But let's get into your favorite name.
Okay.
You go, and then I go. Go ahead.
Any rapper.
You go, I go. Fuck it.
All right. Let's talk about Jason Cash.
All right.
Because
That's the first name on my fucking list, man.
My fault.
Let's go.
Right.
All right, let's go. Let's get into it.
So last year, Jason Cash got a D+, and then he dropped the D+ record in response to me, or the response to the report card, and then somehow he linked up with Mustard. Mustard saw it, talked about it in the workshop. He linked up with Mustard. He signed the Atlantic Records. He put out Read the Room, and so I had to, this year he got an 86, which is he got an 81. Excuse me, he got an 81, which is a B-.
And there was no favoritism on this list.
I don't know. I'm not friends with any of these people.
Okay.
I don't spend time with any of these people. I don't. It's just work.
Okay.
But yeah, he got an 81, which is a B-.
Let's back up. Shout out Jason Cash. Let's back up just a second. Just a second.
All right.
What's the process? How do you pick these niggas? It's 56 on this motherfucking list.
Right.
How do you, and you said niggas is sending you death threats because they left off the list. Get out your feelings, nigga.
Please.
You feel me? That's our world. That's the R&B world. Leave that to us. You feel me? Tell us, and we'll describe, just tell us, all right? How do you pick 56 of these niggas? What's the process?
I picked the artists that I feel like are conducive to the LA rap scene today.
Conducive. That's a big word. What does that mean?
It's not a big word. It's just who's pertinent to it. Who do I feel like is contributing in some way? Some contribute more than
I'm
others.
listening.
But you feel me? Who is on the scene today? Obviously, I'm not gonna put Snoop Dogg or Ice Cube on here. You get what I'm saying? Of course, they're
We're
timeless.
definitely going to talk about Snoop in a second, but go
Right,
ahead.
they're timeless, but I'm not gonna say they're part of our rap scene. You get what I'm saying? But G Perico's part of our rap scene. Bino's part of our rap scene. Blue Bucks is part of our rap scene. You get what I'm saying? That's who people in my age group. We're going to their concert. When they drop a mixtape, or project. We're talking about it the next day or that night and stuff like that. That's who we're excited to see. So it's about. I picked 56. Last year was just 27, but this year I decided to double down because I had left so many people out last year, according to comments.
So you slowed down the death threats this year.
Yeah, I tried to. And there's still people upset that they're not on it. But I did a double side. I thought I was doing a good thing. But I picked the people that I feel
Never
like,
enough.
out here at least trying. Everybody on here is trying it. Everybody on here deserves a shout out.
So are these people that have personally came across turn your mic off, Falon. Are the people that personally came across your desk, your playlist, or are these people that DM'd you, or are these people that people recommended, or this is solely personal?
I'm not going to use the word personal because personal implies different things.
I hear you.
But I would
I
just
hear
say that it is based off of what I have seen. These are the artists that
Your
have came across my
experience.
desk, and that's not personal, that's professional.
Listening.
Because they came across my desk.
Because they
right.
came across your...
And that's my job.
Talk your shit, nigga. Talk your shit. All right, so Jason Cash.
Yeah.
Why did Jason Cash grade so low last year?
He had never put out a project. He had never put out a project. So even though he had the same 10 in lyricism last year that he has this year in certain high scores, what was holding up his grade was consistency was like a 2 or a 3.
You're coming across my desk, but when I research, there's not much
There's no
there.
music for me to listen
Okay,
to, so
okay.
I can't listen to your Instagram freestyle when I get in my car.
I'm listening.
And I want to say that not just to Jason Cash, I want to say that to so many artists. And it's a lot of artists that diss me or disrespect me because they're not on my list or I don't post them. But I'm like, you want me to post you sitting in your car rapping? Like
That's out.
where's the album? Where's the mixtape? Where's the EP? Where's the music?
Consistency. Where's the consistency?
Where's the catalog? Where's the
Where's the
consistency?
catalog?
You
I
feel me?
hear you.
So if you're an A student, I don't care if you're a genius in math or science or whatever. If you walk into class and you get a 30% or a 20% on a test, you no longer have an A in that class.
Or let me do it like this. If you're in the class, you're an A student, but you're not participating.
Right.
You're not raising your hand. You're
Yeah,
not coming to the board to demonstrate said talent or
Yeah.
skills. I have to grade you a
on
little.
that, off that.
if
Even
that's
I know,
on
even
the-
if I know you're a genius, you
Yeah.
know more than anybody else in this class. If you're not showing, if you're not displaying it, I have to grade accordingly.
And that's why he
Had a D+ last year.
and this year he definitely dropped.
He dropped Read the Room, and he dropped a new song. Before one part, he was dropping freestyles every Friday. Then he started dropping new songs every Friday. So that's why Jason Cash's consistency went up to an 8.
All right, let's get into it. One thing that I don't want to suggest because you the man and you know what the fuck you doing. But one thing that I didn't see on the category was the live shows.
Well, stage presence.
Stage presence.
It isn't on there because I can't lie, I haven't seen each of these artists perform.
Because I'm a concert goer, and a lot of these niggas I've seen is like, whoa, what?
Yeah, these grades would be a lot lower if there was a stage presence category. And also, I haven't been to all 56 of these artists.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of these
Some
niggas
of these artists
perform.
don't even have shows like that.
On,
You
which
get what I'm
speaks
saying?
to another category up in this yalla.
Yeah,
All right.
So,
All right, I hear you. Let's take it here. Let's go there and then let's go here.
Right.
The game.
Yeah,
The
he's on
game also got a B-.
Yes.
He actually scored lower than Jason Cash.
Right. Let's not. That's another thing. I should have did the disclaimer.
Yeah, please.
Just like in school, one student's grade has nothing to do with another student grade. Just because you have an A, he has a B, he has a C, that doesn't determine who's smarter.
But you know
You know what I'm
rappers though. You know how we do. We look, Source Awards 5 stars, 4 stars. Oh hell no.
Yeah. But again, this is a report card. These are grades. And this is based off an assessment. This isn't based on 4 mics, 5 mics. That's not an assessment.
And this isn't in any particular order.
Right, correct. No,
Got it,
one
okay.
person's grade has nothing to do with another person's grade. It's about scoring because you could get 10s across the board, but a 1 in consistency or a 1 in music videos, and your grade would be lower than somebody that got 7s and 6s and 8s across the board. You get what I'm saying? Because they didn't get no 1, they didn't get no 2. Once you get a 1 or a 2 or a 3, your grade is going to drop a whole letter grade, or if not more. Just like I said, if you have an A in the class and you come and get a 30% on a test, you no longer have on a big test. You no longer have an A. You know what I'm saying? Your grades going to drop to a B.
Okay.
So Game having a 80 and Jason Cash having an 81, they don't relate. Game has an 80 because across the board in lyricism, impact, cadence, flow, catalog, consistency, music videos, beat selection, branding, originality, versatility, he scored with
They're completely independent from each other.
Right.
In Game, I feel like, and I'm gonna go this, and I'm gonna say a name that's on here, but I need to just have you grade somebody. Game to me is lyrically an icon.
Okay, I agree.
I feel like just him as a rapper, everything. I don't care about the side shit. Just him on the mic, the catalog, the consistency, everything about Game, the impact. Everything about him and the way he's able to copy a nigga flow and use it on his own song for the whole song. I feel like that shit is crazy.
That affected his grade though. That 5 in originality. I gave him a 5 in originality.
You don't think that's original though?
him using other people's flow?
For at least a song, at least a verse.
No, that's obnoxious.
No.
It's obnoxious. Why are you doing that?
It's like Jamie Foxx with the Ray impressions, with the impersonation.
Yeah, that's funny if you're a comedian, but if you're a rapper, I don't want to hear you using another rapper's, like, who you Shine? Like, I don't like using another rapper's, you know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to that brother.
But Shine had it. He had the Biggie voice, but he had,
you know what I'm saying?
You had something to say, Below?
Pay homage and do it on the song, but that's like Game does that a lot.
A lot.
He's just adding it to his repertoire. That's another thing you could add.
It's been on the repertoire.
It's like Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx gonna get his Jay-Z impression, Ari Spears.
Between the
Spears
name dropping and the using flow, those are the two things that musically I just don't necessarily like about Game too much. He does a lot of name dropping, and then he uses other, like it was one song where he was using Nipsey's flow, and I'm like, what the fuck is? You got what I'm saying? What the? This is after Nipsey passed away.
That's impactful.
Come on, man.
Ralphie the Plug had made a comment on one of the memes. He said, "What do niggas basically want me to still be riding Cherry 6-4s and lowriders and all that?" I think he was talking about game on that particular bar.
Sneak this in. I love rap, man. Shout out to rap. All right, man. Let's get into it. I'm gonna leave that conversation. We've had that conversation. Just I'm gonna throw Snoop out there, and you just keep that in your mind. All right. Just keep that in your mind. All right. So let's go to K-Dot.
That's like one of the most controversial grades, and it was last year too. He got an 80, which is a B-. People like Kendrick's the greatest rapper alive according to New York Times magazine. So why isn't he scored higher? Me personally, I'm not the biggest Kendrick fan in the world.
Me either.
Just not my vibe, not my.
It's like a black Eminem.
That is the perfect way to put it. And let me just start
without killing his mom and shit.
Let me just say it like this. I don't like anybody who raps like that. I don't listen to Kendrick. I don't like Kendrick's music like that. I don't like Eminem's music. I don't like Lil Wayne's music like that.
Whoa.
I don't like Nicki Minaj's music like that. I don't like anybody who raps. I don't like that. I don't like that. To me, I can't groove to it. I'm an LA person. I like to groove.
What are you talking about, though? Why did you say Lil Wayne right now?
I don't like how Lil Wayne raps.
Why
I don't like how Lil Wayne raps.
That?
I grew up like, y'all like this? I used to like, y'all like this?
Stop. Use your mic.
You said, I'm sorry, what did you say?
What era of Lil Wayne did you meet, like when you was really a hip-hop head as a kid? Or
the Carter 2.
Okay.
I remember being in elementary school and everybody come back to school talking about the Carter 2, which we probably had no business listening to that, but we was on the Carter 2. And I was just like, okay.
That's a
great
question.
Beats, like the beats is hard. But like to me, I grew up listening to certain things. I grew up listening to Cube. I grew up listening to Biggie. I grew up listening to a lot of Bad Boy records. I listened to a lot of storytelling in the rhymes. And to me, he was just rapping. He was putting words together. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's a talent, but I don't want to hear that. I want to hear a story from start to finish. I like him singing.
Blasphemous.
Lil Wayne is a rapper. I like him singing.
He's a fucking An MC's a master master of ceremonies.
Yeah.
You get over the beat and you do your shit.
Yeah, but in the early 90s, with Rakim, that changed. It went from clap your hands, everybody, mastering a ceremony
to poetry.
Being a storyteller.
And nigga, tune?
I don't like the stories he tells. I'm not saying he doesn't tell stories, but I don't like the stories he tells. And I don't like, and I also don't like how he tells. I don't like anybody who raps like Nicki, Eminem, Kendrick. It's a lot of rap
I've never heard this before. I've
if you
never heard this in my life.
But I can kind of understand where you're coming from because I'm a Wayne fan. But in the listen to what I'm about to say. In the critics' defense, Lil Wayne gained his notoriety as far as best rapper alive, or he was trending towards
punchlines
because of the mixtapes. It wasn't necessarily because of the albums.
You're right.
So when he says he don't tell stories or he don't do this, I can understand because
he caught on at the Carter too, though.
But he's
what he said, he wants to see you stand out on your album more so than the mixtape.
No, I didn't. I wasn't speaking to that. I was just saying I was 4 when he dropped the Carter 1. Obviously, I didn't grow up listening to that. I was 4. But when I came around Carter 2 and then the mixtapes he dropped after and all the dedications, I've heard the dedication projects. It's like it's something that people cut on and people smoking and shit. But me personally, it never touched me. It never moved me. It just didn't move me. Wayne's music never moved me because to me he's a punchline rapper. He's trying to say something for shock value. He's trying to say something to make you, oh shit. I'm not I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for somebody to entertain me from start to finish with a nice story, with a vibe. That's why I like Dom. That's why I like Nipsey. That's why I like Biggie. That's why I like certain. That's why I love Q.
If you talk to all of them, they're gonna tell you that the man over your left shoulder, or your right shoulder, is the GOAT. But I hear you. Just promise me, as a Wayne head, just take some time and sit down, please, with bro, please. Just take a drive with bro, please.
Yuck.
You look like a Palm Springs kind of nigga. Like you look like you go to Palm Springs at the drop of a hat and go chill.
Yeah, all the time.
You look like that. Like this is the only way that this kind of shit gets done with. Like you away somewhere, solitude, really listening and vibing to some shit to be able to grade a nigga like this. All right, man. All right. So that was mine. We was talking about Kendrick, and I brought up just the way he raps not being my personal taste. But he got a 10 in lyricism because the lyrics are there. He got a 10 in impact. Obviously, he is one of the most impactful artists in the world, rap or just regardless. Cadence is a 10. He has a great voice. Flow is a 4. That's what hurt him.
I don't like the rappity shit. I don't like that. I like somebody who takes their time and adds some nuance and, you know, let it lag a little bit. I don't never hear him let the lines lag a little bit, then catch back up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just that. So flows a 4, that's gonna hurt. If you get a 40% on a big test, that's gonna hurt your grade. Catalog is a 10. Consistency is a 3. He went 5 years without dropping a project.
Yeah.
And then when he came back, this is another thing. So he came back with an album last year, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, but we didn't get a deluxe edition. You get what I'm saying? We didn't. I didn't like that project, but we didn't. You get what I'm saying? Then it would have been different if he dropped the album after 5 years. Then he give you a deluxe edition. Then he give you a mixtape or an EP or a collaborative effort with somebody. Or if he did some Lil Wayne shit and was on everybody's record last year. Kendrick wasn't on nobody's record last year, so then maybe his consistency would have been a 6 or a 7. You get what I'm saying? But it's so low because okay, you take 5 years to put out an album, then you come back, put an album, and then you just disappear again.
And let me just say this because I want to go to the next category, which is one of my favorites. One thing, I had a very, 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 very intense conversation with an artist. I'm not going to say his name because, I'm not going to say his name. But I was like, look, the way you survive in this game is you have to put somebody else on.
Yeah.
If you're not dropping an album, basically that artist that you signed is your album. All right, that's how you you may not be consistent with the music, but if you put on a IE and a IE and they IE, that's your album. That's your product.
On some Gucci Man shit.
Exactly, and then bang, you hit another album. So don't take the consistency personal as a rap because as the creative thing, you may not be creative in lane 1. But if you get over in lane 2, lane 3, lane 4, and strike that way, but put somebody else on, y'all. Like, always have a little homie, always have a homegirl, always have somebody to Cash Money Universal your shit with.
Right, well, Kendrick does have Baby King.
Of course.
But he's not
that's
from,
what I was
from
thinking.
LA.
And that's what I was, yeah.
He's not from LA. But I would like to see Kendrick with some LA artists or Compton artists and you know, pushing that now that he's separate from TDE. But another thing with consistency, people be mad that I give him low scores of consistency. That means I want to hear more music from you. If I give you a low grade of consistency, all I'm saying is I would like for you to drop more music. I would like for you to do more features. I would like for you to be more present. Amen. To me, that's a compliment. Somebody said, I want more magazines from you. I want more interviews from you. I'm going to be upset at them. You get what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense.
And my thing is, as a creator, rappers, singers, whatever you do, hairstylists, makeup artists, as a creator, we're by nature a little overly emotional. Okay, by nature, that's what lead us to create. Okay, what I've been telling myself, practicing myself, and telling my children as I see them on the basketball court is make sure your reaction isn't an overreaction, just the way your over emotion is. All right, can those reactions feel how you want to feel? Understand that emotions are temporary. By nature, they're gonna fall away, and just use that, turn that into a creative space. Didn't somebody put you on an album cover? Didn't somebody mention you in the goddamn? So change your reactions. Death threats, stop, bro. Stop, nigga. The whole temperature on gang and violent culture, it has to go. We all got families now, so we all need to learn how to deal with these emotions. If you don't like your grade in the consistency, bro, be consistent, nigga. We just want to, it's simple as that.
Or don't pay attention to it. That's another thing.
No.
It'd be different if I was DMing this to rappers.
No.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it'd be different if I was mailing these physical copies to people's houses or leaving it on your car.
Don't do that. Take this. Take this.
But
you need to
what I'm saying is I don't think Kendrick cares that I gave him a B-. That's what
Kendrick is looking at this and he's like, damn, maybe I need to be more consistent. I guarantee you. Somebody on his staff, I guarantee you.
See, the people, it's a lot of people that rappers on there that react to your list, and they don't even consider the breakdown.
Nope, they go straight to the grade.
The grade, and they assume that the grade is a testament to their lyrics or something like that, when that's not what he said.
That's all mama did anyway. That's all mama did. And I've told my kids, I don't give a fuck about a grade. How do you feel in class? And sometimes that's neat. How do you feel as a rapper, bro? Yeah. Are you confident in your shit? Because if you're confident in your shit, a grade, like I love how Ashbash said, my name was on the fucking list. Fuck a letter.
And I like how Eastside K-Boy, he sat down with you after his F. Like, I ain't tripping. He was like, he even said himself, I didn't drop shit last year, so I understand.
He took 10 years without putting out a project. That's going to affect your grade.
It's going to affect your
grade.
Decade.
And he understood that and was mature enough to have a sit down with you.
Told me to pull up. I pulled up. And that goes for any of these artists. If they want to talk about it in person, I'm down to pull up.
You down to pull up. Yeah. And you respond to the DMs.
And I'll be early.
And the one thing about you, bro, because a lot of people like academics or like Flacco or like Charlemagne.
Yeah.
No, because you that polarizing.
Yeah,
like
but people
love
call
you
people
or
like compare me to them, yeah.
that's the only reason I put you in that category. But I'm saying why they thrive is because y'all might come with some shit that might ruffle some failures or might seem like it's for shock value, but no matter what's behind it, it's the truth.
Yeah.
And that's why people be getting hot.
I agree. Yeah, the truth does hurt for whatever reason, but I'd rather somebody be honest with me. I'd rather you open up my magazine or go to my blog and be like, you know what, I wish there was more photos of this, or I wish this spot was different, or, I would love to see some articles about this, versus you just be like, oh, yeah, this is great, bro, da-da-da, and shut it down and never open it again.
And
you know what I'm saying?
With the LA mentality, a lot of these artists, sometimes their popularity might be more than their music. So in their heads, they're thinking like, I'm this, I'm that. But then when you get humble right here, and it's facts, that's hard to digest.
And the screams reflected too. This isn't the only vessel that reflects
that
you guys have work to do. The radio not playing your music should,
Talk
for
your
15,
shit.
20 years straight, should tell you that maybe the music should be better. So I get on radio and I did the Power 106 boycott. I was out there with my sign, Power 106, don't support LA rappers. But also at the same time, y'all got to give them something to play. Y'all got to give them some good music to play. So, it's about truth distribution. That's what I'm all about.
Truth distribution?
Yeah.
Fuck. Where's my sound effects, bro? I forgot, because you've been preaching and I ain't gave you no bells, man. Let's give a bell, man. Round of applause for my dog, man. He preaching on this motherfucker. Director Hoff, how we sound? We sound good? Mike, he said Mike was a little low. All right, shout out to Hoff, man. YouTube, Facebook, I appreciate you, man. We go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m., man. We go crazy. We on the pulpit. I appreciate DeJon Paul for pulling up. My brother Radio Rashard is right here. We called him the rap genius at one point, but he started slandering Kanye. So as the church, we took that title away, man.
God don't give with two hands.
You know what I mean? You hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't break that down. What?
God don't give with two hands. He give and he take.
Come on now. Hey, man, this the pulpit. All right, man, let's get back into some of these artists, man. Blast.
Oh, man, that's another one that was controversial.
Hold on. What'd you say?
Before we get into Blast, do you consider Blast a rapper?
He raps. I mean, more of a rap singer.
That's how
But
I
to
feel
me,
about him and Kaylin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call him R&B because when you talk about R&B, I'm looking for a voice. I'm looking for arrangements. I'm looking for real, not even just melodies, because all music is melodic. Lil Durk and Drake is, but I'm looking for a vocalist. I'm looking for, especially R&B, or people try to tell me like Blast is a soul singer. I'm like, where's the church in the music? Like, where's when I think of soul, I think of church.
Where's your soul? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of you doing something that's.
So he's a hip hop artist. I would throw that in there.
Like a Nate Dogg. You know, I'm not going to Nate Dogg drop an album. I'm not going.
You wouldn't put Nate Dogg on his list though. Nah, he would. He would definitely. Nate Dogg would definitely be on his list.
And Nate Dogg he didn't have a classic, but Nate Dogg had the one album he did drop was a great album.
And it was a double album.
All right,
no,
man.
It was the one that was a single too.
No, he dropped his first album was a double album.
The one with I Got Love on it.
It had a side.
That was one of the best albums
definitely
ever.
did.
That was one of the
definitely
best albums ever.
It definitely did.
That was the best.
Okay,
album.
so do you like maybe if you walked in like a Walmart or something back in there, wherever people brought records, tie records, whatever? It was a Nate Dogg album in a R&B section or was it in the rap section?
It was in the rap section.
I don't know because I wasn't.
It was
Rap section.
It would be in the rap section.
Rap
right?
section, definitely.
Okay, so that's the same thing with a Blast or a Kaylin or anybody like that. To me, that's not necessarily R&B. It's on the cusp of R&B, and the lines are blurred these days thanks to Drake and artists like that. But to me, he's still a rapper. And I see other platforms and editorials calling him call Blast, call Kaylin for rappers.
All right, man. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go here, man. All right, we gonna hold on, Blast. Listen, man. Like, wait, because damn it, guys. I have to do this because he's here and we got a report card saying we've been talking rap shit. Listen, I love rap, and I really, really love that you put lyricism first, because lyricism is the most key ingredient.
Yeah.
The most key. All right, so as a man, as a nigga from the West Coast, I be hearing a lot of Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg is still dropping shit. He just dropped Mount Rushmore. And lyrically, bro has fallen to the lowest grade of all times, bro.
I agree.
And that shit, people, my homie, shout out to Les, one of the rappers I know who's not consistent. I be on my homies about consistency. From Amio, yeah.
Yeah, I saw him not too long ago.
He called me. He said, bro, how's your mental health? He said, are you okay? You cannot say that about Snoop Dogg. But I'm like, we have to say it because bro is still dropping music.
He's very active.
He's
and
very
he's an
active.
icon, and he's the most famous human on planet Earth. And he's a mogul in all his own right and all those things. But I would just say that, yeah, the music has not been good for a very long time. For a very long time.
Very long time.
And I would love if he would stop putting out music and focus on putting out
Respectfully,
new
though.
artists on the West Coast. With all respect, and you know, I've not saying I've called him out, but I've spoken on things that Snoop Dogg has done that has been unproductive.
Crip your
enthusiasm. That's hilarious for us. Like when he went on Breakfast Club, when he got the Def Jam position, he went on the Breakfast Club, and he's like, "I'm gonna save New York first," and he starts talking about Dave East and stuff like that. I was the one who called him out on that. Like, no, we need to save LA first, so West Coast first, and put on some West Coast artists. But with Snoop, once you do your research and you find out that DOC and different artists was writing for him back in the day.
I told you.
Bro, I just said.
And Problem was writing hits for him in the golden era.
Bad luck. What up, luck?
Bad luck, different artists.
Watch Sticks. What up, Sticks?
Once you find that out, you're not mad because you're like, oh, this was a product the whole time.
The whole time.
This was something that was put together, which is
Jay-Z. Oh, wait. Come on, man.
Yeah, J wrote on still,
Come on,
still
man.
DRE. So it's like, yeah, once you find out that somebody's been writing for him, not everything, but writing a lot of the hits, a lot of the great material.
Respectfully,
you're not going to be mad 30 years later when the bars aren't there because maybe they weren't ever there. Like that.
Can we say that about Kanye, though, too?
Stop.
But I look at Kanye, he's a producer, too. So it's
Kanye
it's
wrote...
an asterisk. It's an asterisk by
Thank you.
That's all I'm saying. It's an asterisk by
Kanye
is like a Dr. Dre, a Diddy, a Birdman.
Stop. Yes. No, he's not. Kanye has bars and rap albums
from
to prove
other
it.
people.
Stop. Nigga, maybe words here and there. No, don't do that to Kanye, bro.
I know that's...
Don't put Kanye on Snoop.
Bro, if you want to say,
do that.
If you want to say that Kanye is one of the best rhyming super producers, sure. But super producers, I don't look to for lyricism.
Kanye is one of the best rappers of all time.
I don't look to Missy Elliott for bars. I don't look to Puffy. I don't look to Puffy for bars.
They're not Kanye, though. Kanye has
super
bars.
Producer that's a acclaimed writer is Jermaine Dupri. He's wrote for Lil Bow Wow, Mariah Carey.
That's fine, but we're talking about rap.
His bars don't be...
His bars are Snoopy.
Super producers.
They Snoopy. Diddy Snoopy. That's the same level.
Said, Kanye is the best rhyming super producer.
All right, take producing out of it.
But if you put Kanye in a room with a lot of artists, they're going to out-rap him.
Like who?
Your favorite Lil Wayne's going to out-rap him.
Lil Wayne is going to praise Kanye and vice versa about their fucking rapping.
Kanye will tell you that Rick Ross is a better rapper than him.
Listen, when it comes to hit records, you need a lot of minds. You need to really make a real hit. Michael Jackson, all these hits. You need the minds. You need the Diddies. You need the... But on your own, Kanye was holding his own bars. Lyrically, Kanye is not
he's
mixed.
He's not a weak rapper. I never said that. But
he's top tier.
Lyricism?
He's top tier, top 5, top 10.
Super producer-wise, yes. Rapper-wise, no. Kanye West is not in on the top 10, top 20.
I need to hear your top 5
list.
sometime in this talk show, because we ain't calling it a podcast. It's a talk show where I need to hear your top 5, man. But we're agreeing that Snoop Dogg, respectfully, just keep it, you know what I'm saying? Put it on the video game or something like that. But we don't necessarily need it on the radio.
No, it's time to see Snoop put out new West Coast artists, especially now that he has Death Row. I want to see him focus on it. I want to see a few of our OGs.
Are we even
pass the torch?
Repping Death Row like that? Like, that's so violent. Like,
well, I feel like the artists,
I don't feel like he has the eye for talent.
Never has.
In this backyard, I should say.
No eye, no bars? Oh, y'all disrespecting me.
No eye for talent because he should have a roster like QC or how Gucci Man is just pumping them out
like
the
Lil
factory.
Wayne,
or Yo
like
Gotti,
Kanye.
or Yo Gotti.
No, like Jay put on Kanye, Rihanna, different artists, or Wayne put on Drake, Nicki. Snoop never necessarily did that. He has had attempts. We see him do Doggy Style records back in the day with C Style and gave us the 213 album and stuff
Dog
like that.
Pound.
And Jabba or Juba, whoever that.
But then now, like, you look at the artists he signed to Death Row, and this is the type of shit that goes on in LA that irritates me. Like, you get this big platform, which is Death Row Records, this internationally known platform, and then you sign TF Third.
Come on now.
You get what I'm saying? It's like that's something that to me that an older person would do when you put older people in
From
charge.
Long Beach.
They do.
I mean, but I'm not mad at that because older people, you know what I'm saying?
Well, then you're supposed to have somebody like me or somebody younger in the room,
like a general manager
that could or some A&Rs that's gonna bring in somebody relevant who can
boom
help
and
that.
boom, so boom and boom.
So it means something. So we're not wasting the Death Row resources and that name
and the name
on somebody who didn't work in 2010, didn't work in 2011, 2012, 2013, 14, and so on and so on. It's like, to me, the Death Row regime, the new death row regime, it's not cutting it.
Is there anybody on the list, like if you was the A&R, that you could see that you would sign
To death
the new
row?
Death Row?
If I'm Snoop, I would have definitely did a deal with G Perico. You get what I'm saying? I definitely would do business with RJ. I definitely would do business with Savvy Third. If I was Snoop, I would definitely do business with RICHE, man. What are you talking about? You're Snoop Dogg. That's RICHE Dogg. You get what I'm saying? If anybody could benefit from that. Tapri Grams. While yes, definitely from Compton or Bompton or whatever, he definitely would be great on death row. It's a lot. Big Sad. Imagine if Snoop came and gave him a bag and put him in position on death row. You get what I'm saying?
I've heard a lot about him.
Them type of situations, it's a lot of artists that would make more sense, that have more potential than no disrespect to Tay Third, but it's like he was doing the jerking rapping when I was in middle school, and so that didn't work out. You feel me? And then he was signed to Big Boy for a while, and that type of shit. Like Big Boy gets a label and he goes sign Tay Third. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that stagnates LA rap. Exactly. Them type of shits. Those moves are wasted. That's a wasted move. We could have signed somebody with real potential and used a Big Boy music label as an asset to the culture, or use this new death row regime as an asset to the culture, instead of going and wasting it on signing Tay Third.
I'm with the...
And not to cut you off, and that's another problem with LA. A lot of people in big boy position are like a DJ head or just anybody that's a quote-unquote gatekeeper. They look out more so on some nepotism shit for the person who's they homie's nephew or they homie's whoever, as opposed to the other person that's not connected to nobody, but they just...
Best for the culture, best for the music. That's what you think. That's what I think of. That's how I operate. I don't do what's... It's to a fault. I don't do what's best for me. On a daily basis, I don't do what's best for me. I do what's best for the city on a daily basis.
And this is a touchy conversation for me because after the festival, shout out to Corey from 93.5. Shout out to Corey, man. Round of applause for my baby, man. Shout out to fucking Corey holding it down. And they giving you more and more sets. They giving you more and more days, Corey. Shout out. We always wanted that black woman in radio. Yeah. The black woman is in radio. Shout out to Miss Corey on 93.5 K-Day. Yeah, go support her, man. Please do. She hosted August Fest. One of the biggest ideas that we've ever accomplished. Shout out to everybody involved. And within the next week or so, I saw a lot of people celebrating or posting Kalen For Real Day. Yeah. And I took offense to it because...
He's been doing that for a while, though.
No, I get it. All right. Again, I took a lot of offense to it. And I reached out to everybody I could. One of the main people that I reached out and answered was Chuck Dizzle. So one round of applause for Chuck Dizzle. Love you, bro. You've always been real to me. He called me back. And I was like, damn, bro. Nobody covered my Yala. Pause. Nobody. And I know y'all niggas, and y'all know how big, like, nigga, this is a festival. This ain't no little shit.
Right.
Why?
Where was the coverage? Right.
Why? Where is it? LA has a problem with fucking with niggas after they get on. Like, if I get a Rock Nation deal, and we don't, once we was chasing that Rock Nation deal, that would have came through, then everybody would have, oh, yeah. And that was my leading argument. But then he humbled me. Shout out to Chuck Dizzle for having this conversation with me. So anybody that feels that way, I just feel it's about LA culture. If you're in LA culture, we have to fix it. Get to know some of these artists on this list. Get to know some of these independent motherfuckers that's grinding before the deal come, nigga, because then you just look like a groupie. Right. But one thing Chuck Dizzle told me, he said, bro, one thing it came across my desk that for 2 days straight they covered your shit at 93.5 K-Day. So one, we already missed the ball on a professional, but that already happens. But you as an artist, one, you're right, and you're right for feeling the way. But two, nigga, everything was a success. Everything was a success, and you need to focus on that. That was Chuck Dizzle ministered to me, and shout out to Chuck Dizzle. And now I see him, he goes live as well with a music review. So again, as artists, yeah, we emotional by nature. But again, can that reaction and put it into some of these 11/12 categories, maybe 13 if we get stage presence on that motherfucker. We got to get you out. Nigga, you a media. You got media passes now.
I go to shows, but I don't go to, like I said, most of these artists haven't had shows.
Yeah, but am I wrong? Am I, like, correct me, like, was I off? Like, focus focus on the wins more than the L's.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I feel that way. I feel like it's
And we all
artists.
guilty of that.
I feel like it's art, definitely, but I feel like it's artists on here that even if you don't like your grade, I gave you a 10 in something. Every artist has a 10 or a 9 in something. So if I
well
say
said.
your lyricism is a 10, but this is a 3, why you mad at me? At least I just told you that, nigga, your lyricism is a 10. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wish somebody would say, man, your writing is a 10. I don't like the photos you use for your magazine cover, though. I'm not finna be upset at that. Thank you, and I'll work on that, would be my response. But back to your point, I had a similar experience like when I first dropped the first report card. The first 2 days, niggas going up on me, calling me everything under the sun but a child of God, all kind of shit. But then once Mustard hopped in my workshop, I do once a week, the LA Rap Workshop. Once he hopped in there, he was like, yeah, DeJon's right. He's right for sharing his opinion, and if this going to bring us hits and progression, let's do it. After he did that, I'm big bro, big homie, da-da-da. The same people that was talking shit about me on the timeline in my DMs are reaching out. Oh, I just want to explain what I meant, da-da-da-da, and all this shit. It's like, oh, y'all, this is really some Hollywood shit. This is really Hollywood. This is really LA because I stand on what the fuck I say. If I say fuck you, it's fuck you. If I say bless you, it's bless you. You get what I'm saying? But
And we know that threshold too. And we be like, yeah, the industry fuck shit. We done seen the industry kill and steal and do all this shit from people, but we still rushing to that threshold.
And to act like that, conform to it. Yeah,
and then celebrate a conformity. It's like what hip hop is one of the most not dangerous things, but it's one of the most, I forget a good word for it, but it's one of the most dangerous things you could do, man. Like,
I agree. It's risky.
Mentally, spiritually, physically.
Right.
It's just like we keep praising it. And then what really changed my mind, I'm sorry, was I saw La Russell.
Okay.
And La Russell, I thought it was some IG shit.
Okay.
I really thought it was some social media shit. And when I got there, bro had bars.
Okay.
Bro had stage presence. Bro was damn near karaoke. The nigga was taking whatever song the people told him to say. Niggas was yelling it from the balcony request. The whole show was request.
All right.
The nigga was playing with a nigga plucking a violin. Just boop, 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 boop. All bars. The nigga didn't stutter. He didn't mess up one lyric for an hour and a half.
Okay.
And it was sold out when he had the merch, the brand, and everything. So, again, I just feel like it's a level, like you said, that the culture can reach, that ultimately this report card can do a great help with getting us back there, where the first thing we want to cut on in the car is a nigga from L.A.
Yeah.
And not only do we want to cut it, it's fire.
Nigga. Yeah, it's rocking. How it was when I called the golden era, like 2009 to like 2015.
Give me names.
Nipsey, YG, RJ.
Yeah. Ty.
Ty Dolla $ign,
Yeah.
T-Fly, when Greedo first came out, Joe Moses, when DRAKEO first came out, I'm Mr. Mosey. That from 2009 to 2015, I want to say, that was the golden era because I felt like all those MCs had their own style, they had their own lane. YG had a sound, RJ had a sound.
Agreed.
You get what I'm saying? Greedo had a sound, Nipsey had a sound, Dom had a sound, but they all did records together. You feel me?
Agreed.
It was just a golden era. To me, it reminds me of like New York in the late 80s, the real golden era of
I'm
hip-hop.
listening, yeah.
It reminds me of that. Headed for self-destruction type of thing where all of them come together. I remember Mustard has records where he got Nipsey and Joe and different Nipsey and RJ. You feel me? Like, and then YG and Nipsey doing so many records together, Blood in the Crypt. That to me, that's what I grew up on. That's when I was in high school and fresh out of high school. That's what we was doing. We was on that type of time, and I feel like now it kind of got away from that. So I'm trying to get us back to that energy. And that was the blog era. So we had Rap Radar, Elliot Wilson, and B-Dot writing about Nipsey and Dom music. You get what I'm saying? We had YG on the cover of XXL magazine, freshman cover.
Facts.
We had Nipsey and J-Rock on the cover of XXL freshman cover because media actually still cared about West Coast hip-hop. Not to the extent that they should have, but they still did show us love some. Last year, it wasn't one LA artist or West Coast artist on the XXL freshman cover. Not
Agreed.
one.
But let me ask you this. Do you think, like, who would you throw on there that deserved to be on there? Like, honestly.
Last year, you could have gave it to Kalen. He signed to Rock Nation. He put out 2 for Real 2, which is a great project, well-received project. So he toured. So why wasn't Kalen a Rock Nation artist on the XXL freshman cover last year?
Okay, let me ask you to segue into another question. What do you think is it about our artists, I'd say after YG, after Kendrick, that whole era, that we can't really bust through the mainstream like that? Even if they do good, like a RJ or like a Joe Moses or you can name anybody.
Right.
They get right there, but they kind of cap out. They never get to like where
Every rapper need a budget.
It's that's what I was gonna say. It's money and intelligence. It's all about money.
Somebody commented. Huff said every rapper need a budget. Every rapper need a budget. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's about money and intelligence. I feel like the money. There's no economy out here. Nobody put an influx of cash into the new LA rap scene's economy.
Snoop.
There we go. Artists like or people like that. People in that position. We don't have the hoes. You feel me? Or the Nas. You look at what Nas has been able to do with Mass Appeal and introduce new New York artists. Or you look at what 50 Cent was able to do with This Is 50, the platform, and now all those New York artists had a platform every day. And 50 was doing deals and partnerships with world stars, so New York artists was getting on there on a daily basis too. You get what I'm saying? It's just about money and intelligence. That's what I can really blame it on. That's what I can attribute it
That's
to.
a bar. That's a bar.
I mean, we got away from our principles. I feel like
mixing.
Once everybody started to copy like Drakeo's sound and Drakeo's aesthetic, his mannerisms and whatnot, we kind of got away from the core values of LA. Because you got to look at Drakeo's introduction to hip hop or to rap rather. It went against necessarily a lot of the principles of LA. Yeah. It was more about fashion, Mason Margielas and stuff like that. West Coast rappers, for the most part, didn't rap about designer like that for the most part. It wasn't necessarily about that. It was about, you could be, what I'm saying is, listen to YG or early RJ or anything before that game, anything. You could be a broke nigga as long as you was in a party and you was a real nigga, you was solid, you had character.
Well said.
You could attract
well
women,
said.
you could attract women, and you had homies in there. It was a good time.
Well said.
Once Drakeo came out and he became so popular out here, it was about superficial things. How much money does a man have? And that's what you attribute his worth to. It was about money. Oh, you ain't got the new this on, new that on. What kind of car you driving? XYZ. Before that, West Coast hip hop wasn't as superficial. It wasn't about that. It was more about values and core values and principles and stuff like that to an extent.
I love that. You good?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say to piggyback off what you were saying about Drakeo. When do you think the time frame was where LA switched to the all y'all niggas is rapping like Drakeo or all y'all niggas is rapping on Michigan beats? Was that over the pandemic or a little?
It exploded during the pandemic because a lot of people were scamming and had those type of ancillary materials around them, but it just started happening. I just started slowly hearing people use that flow, do the eye rolls and the facial expressions he doing. He used to like look to the side sometimes when he would give a punchline, and I start seeing niggas doing that. I'm like, like y'all really copying this, man. It's dope what he's doing. He's one of the greatest, most influential artists in West Coast history. Rest in peace. But for y'all to be doing it on every single song that y'all sending me is crazy. So I feel like I can't say it happened overnight or nothing, but it slowly started happening.
That's when I noticed it during the pandemic. Yeah. And something else I want to ask you, because I would say from Cardi B to Nicki Minaj to Glorilla to Lola Monroe.
There we go.
What do you think is missing from LA as far as a female rapper? Not saying she got to be in that lane, but just the prominence and the mainstream appeal.
Money and intelligence. It goes back
Same
to
thing,
our women not necessarily having the money. One, it's expensive to be a female artist. We all know that. So not having somebody put the money behind them or have the money to have the look that women rappers have on a nationwide level.
Which
but
I
also
hate.
intelligence. When I say intelligence, it's only maybe 5-6 female rappers on this report card. When I say intelligence, you have to be intelligent enough to drop music. So a lot of times I have, you don't support the ladies, you don't support women rappers. I'm like, okay, well, name a classic project from a female rapper in LA. You can't. Because for whatever reason, they're not smart enough to come up with a classic rap. I said a classic rap project.
I'm listening. I heard you.
You get what I'm saying? That requires intelligence. That's when I say intelligence, I mean using your mind to apply it to something and to do something. Give me a classic rap project from a female rapper in LA. It's not there. And then, okay, now maybe it's not a classic rap project, but say it was some money there. Maybe you could trick and convince people that it was some hot shit going on. It'll look good with the money. But intelligence will just give you a classic rap project.
Okay, because and I get what you're saying about the money, but say Ice Spice, for instance, she's not
intelligence
all that
isn't rewarded.
That's money.
Who's putting the money behind it? Like if we had a West Coast equivalent, who would that have to be hypothetically to put that money towards the female?
It could be a street dude with a production company. It could be a label that's willing to bet on it. Anything, but the money has to be put up to break that record. To have that record on the radio, you're gonna need $300,000, and then we need to take this chick to every nightclub from San Diego all the way up to Seattle, and then we need to work it down. the same way. That costs money. Travel, food, hair, nails, makeup, clothes. That's money or intelligence. You go have this woman write or put together a classic project.
Throw a number. You say you got to go Seattle. Throw a number right now. If you wanted to do that in 2 years, what you need, manager? Give me a number.
To travel up and down the coast.
First number in your head. Go.
Without a sponsorship?
Without a sponsorship. Go.
A few $100,000 you could do that.
A few, like 5?
Not like 250.
No, like 250.
250. I'm ripping and running. I'm good.
Yeah, and by the time you finish next time around, she gonna be charging. We're gonna be able to make some money. You get what I'm saying? It's just about that initial investment. What did I say? Influx. We don't have that influx in our economy. Nobody ever dumped $500,000, $1 million, $2 million into the LA rap economy. Like, okay, here you niggas go make some shit crack. We never had that. We never had any institution do that or individual. Even like I don't want to tell people's business, but I came across an Empire artist signed an Empire. I came across his budget sheets, and I saw that his marketing budget was $15,000 for his whole album. And I'm like, what the fuck can he do with that? All you can do is get a billboard and maybe throw a release party or something.
That's like 2 or 3 videos, if that.
If that. You get what I'm saying? Like a $15,000 marketing budget for an entire project. Again, nobody's giving us that influx. Where's the artist with the $250,000 marketing budget or the $500,000 marketing budget? So they can have a billboard all over California, all over the West Coast.
Yeah. But this goes back to my point, because I follow you on Twitter, and I'll be arguing with people on there. I'll be talking to the artist saying, is there a particular artist that is presenting a good enough product that'll make somebody invest $300,000?
Don't sign me then. Don't sign me. Why would you sign me if you feel like my project is only worth $15,000 worth of marketing? Why am I signed to you?
And why would I sign that?
Yeah, why would
Vice
you
versa,
sign like
vice
the
versa.
label will sign you because they know it's all kind of channels that they can make money off of you.
No,
from.
it's a novelty. The labels will sign an LA artist so that they can say they have an LA artist on their roster, and then they sit them there and we watch them grow old and stale, and they don't let them put out music as often as they want to, and they just sit there.
But my thing is, nobody good sits on the bench. Like if there was something there, that label is gonna find a way to get some money behind it and put it out there. Like
not necessarily, not all the time.
So
we saw RJ on Interscope for years.
And he was
And
mad about that,
Mr.
yeah.
LA project came out. There was no real money behind that. There was no real push behind the Mr. LA
But
project.
the fact that they can
you
say,
don't
yo,
even,
I got
even
an
remember
LA.
the project.
Yeah.
But that's RJ in his prime. That's RJ coming off of I'm Your 3. I'm Your 1, I'm Your 2, I'm Your 3, Mr. LA. Signed to Interscope Records, but the debut album, they ended up changing it to calling it a retail mixtape because it didn't perform well. But the debut album, his first major label album, you feel me, doesn't get a push. It's no push behind it. There's no Breakfast Club interview. There's no Funk Flex interview. There's no Double XL interview for that album.
Because no 15 gone. 15 gone.
Like, how is he on Interscope and can't even get a Dre beat?
That's Interscope though. Interscope, and I got a
that's-
whole
that's-
story
that's-
about
That's
that.
how
We'll talk
labels.
off that.
That's how
crazy.
labels.
Like,
To me,
that's
that's
Interscope.
how labels treat majority of their LA signed artists. They sign these artists so that the A&Rs can be good when they come out here, and they sign these artists for novelty. Being an LA rapper is a novelty.
It's a bar. Anywhere you go, it's a
It's
bar.
like, I got these artists from. I got a couple artists from LA on our roster. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is. That's a novelty to me. That's not a service.
All right, real quick, we got a comment that says, I think DeJon, you should get all the rappers off the report card and make a collab project.
People have been telling me that. I'm not opposed to doing that. I've had offers, not offers that are to my liking, but I have had.
Got that 15K? Got that 15K across the desk?
Oh man, no, I've had some label offers. We got to get the business right, definitely, while maintaining ownership. So it's definitely coming, but it's gonna come when God wants it to come.
Amen. And there's a great LaRussell interview. Go check that out about him and Rock Nation and just about a deal. Just
remember
check that out.
Yeah, but I'll just say that I'm enjoying media. I've only been doing this this is my 5th year doing it. So I'm enjoying running my magazine and writing and blogging and doing media. So I'm still in my 20s. I'm still young. I still have the rest of my life to do the whole Puff Daddy, DJ Khaled type thing that people keep pushing me to do. You get what I'm saying?
And I see if you've been managing and doing all this shit, setting artists up with their social and all that, that's easy. But it takes intelligence, so make sure you got it. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up real quick. 2 questions on this, and if you want, we could do another artist or another artist. But I also want to get into the magazine. One real quick, just going off the top. How does an artist right now on the 3rd annual? How do we do this? And we have to have a party for the 3rd annual.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, thank you.
A safe party.
It will be safe, nigga, guaranteed. I got the security and everything.
All right.
How can an artist get on this next volume, right? Yeah, the next volume
Yeah.
or the next report card.
I'll say drop good music and promote it creatively and repeat. That's the 3 steps. I'm gonna find you if you do that. If you're in LA and you're dropping good music, you're promoting it creatively, and you keep doing that over and over, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna support you.
And there's some wonderful names here, and it's also some names that be on tour, be doing all that, down to artists that don't perform, don't have shows, yada yada yada. Give me some consistencies that you see through all these artists, some good ones and some bad ones. Just something that you see in every artist that you can say, yo, this works, and you know what, this doesn't work.
Right. Well, okay. Well, since last year, consistency improved for majority of these artists.
Well said.
So last year in 2022, damn near every LA artist dropped some music. Versus before that, before I got on No Jumper and called them out for not dropping music at all, they was taking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years to put out projects. We had even Ab Soul drop a project last year after I gave him an F on that last report card. So you feel me? Ab Soul dropped. And what's one of the songs on the album?
Fucking shit,
And
man.
what's-
I don't know. I don't
what's
listen to
the-
Ab
yeah,
Soul.
What's one of the lead singles? No report card. You get what I'm saying?
Fuck.
So you get what I'm
Is
saying?
that the video? That's not the video, right?
He did a in studio performance of it. It's no music video. You get what I'm saying? So it's like to me.
No report card, nigga.
Yeah. I feel like artists drop. Even Airplane James, he had the report card as his album cover.
I seen he kind of. Go ahead.
Yeah. He just dropped a new single and video today called "When I'm Into" off his Still Hurt project. Make sure y'all check that out.
So consistency. That's a good
Consistency
thing that
leveled
you
up.
see.
Yes, I love it.
Okay.
Thank God for that.
And bad.
A bad thing?
Yes.
That beat selection, man. Y'all gotta leave them Detroit beats
Them
alone.
YouTube y'allas.
They be typing in such and such type beat. That's disgusting. But that's the producers, and I'm using quotation marks. That's the producers' fault, aka the beat makers' fault, because you guys aren't getting with an artist and developing a sound for these artists.
Oh.
That's what. Let's get back to the question. Somebody asked, "What was the LA sound?" We never talked about.
Yeah,
that.
so
Let's-
somebody
real quick,
asked
real
that.
quick.
Yeah.
What's the LA sound? To me, the LA sound is whatever these producers decide to make it. What's going to be the next LA sound? It's not going to. People say they don't like G-Funk. I love G-Funk, but okay, G-Funk sound, the Low Riders and the Cherry Six Falls or whatever, like Ralphie was saying.
Heavy bass line, heavy.
People over it, whatever. Okay, what's new? What's the next sound? Our producers have to come up with a new sound for LA. If not, we need to resort back to the old sound, which is G-Funk, the one that worked, the one that got Grammys and
That mean no
multi-platinum
hi-hats producers, no no hi-hats producers.
Don't do that.
My
But
fault.
yeah.
My fault.
Yeah, definitely. Like we gotta. That's up to the producers. I love using quotation marks because I feel like we got beat makers. We don't really have producers.
Oh God, and we can step it up as the beat makers. But listen, it comes back. I gotta go here. It comes back to the finances. It comes back to the finances, and I'm gonna just go here. I'm just go stream of consciousness. Niggas is YouTubing because one, you can steal off of YouTube. It's free. You know what I'm saying? BeatStars, you could. It's economic friendly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I want to say that I hear you, rappers that's having a hard time finding good beats. I hear you. Now I'm gonna also throw this: creatives. Everything ain't about the bag, nigga.
Yeah.
Everything ain't for the $39.99, nigga.
Yeah.
Everything ain't about that. Get your ass outside, introduce yourself, and really not about selling. The selling is just letting someone hear it, introducing, getting a new friend. That's a sale right there. Getting somebody to work with in the studio. That's a sale. Stop trying to sell everything,
Stop trying
my
to
nigga.
sell beats and
God
start a
damn.
production company.
Come on.
If you're a producer, you should have a production company or a record label.
And you should have some work out there. I could go, oh, I produced this album, I produced this album, I produced this album, not this one song.
Yeah, you're trying to sell beats for 50. And I managed a lot of producers. That was one of the things. I used to manage a producer who RJ wanted one of his beats. He's like, I want $5,000 for this beat. I'm like, nigga, no, you need to do a swap. Have that nigga give you a couple verses on your producer project, and you just give him this beat.
Easy.
And let's get it, because you're just going to smoke, and he ended up getting like $1,500 for the beat. You just going to smoke that up. Let's be 100. You're going to put some gas in your car. You're going to go out with a couple bitches and you're going to smoke some weed. And that money's going to be gone. And you can have a verse or two from RJ in exchange for this beat. And now people listening to your producer project. So I feel like our producers don't necessarily be intelligent. To me, they just know how to make beats and smoke weed with the rapper. It's like, and sell beats. It's like, you want to sell beats or you want to put out artists. Dr. Dre had artists. You get what I'm saying? He didn't just sell beats. He had artists signed to his label, to his production company.
That's holding, like you said, finances and intelligence,
Yeah.
man. Those are some big things some big obstacles, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Those are some big obstacles. So that you said consistency and
Was a
then
good
beat
thing.
selection.
Yeah,
Bad thing.
Leader Detroit beats alone, YouTube beats alone.
All right, and almost off the report card. I'm an R&B nigga.
Okay, here we go.
Can we get an R&B list?
Somebody stopped me at the Shockaware headquarters when I was doing the sit down with a K-Boy. Like, you should do an R&B report card. Me and my team will work on it. I will just say that I am a rap head. You get what I'm saying? Like, new R&B music, not necessarily my thing.
You're not playing rap in the Yala. Like, you ain't got the candles lit and the lights dim and about to play some.
No.
You can play K-Boy new album, but still, you're not about to play
he got
nothing
some.
off this list when you about to get some ass. When you in the wing,
Wait. First off, yes, you can.
Who?
Like, who?
Blast?
What's wrong with fucking the YG? Oh, YG. You don't come to OYG and fuck?
YG's not a go-to. R&B's a go-to. I'm going to R&B over any nigga on this rap list.
First off, I would definitely say that you could listen to rap. I don't like that you say that you can't fuck the rap music.
You can fuck, but
like that
every
statement.
time you fucking the rap music, every time you ain't got no R&B in your Yala.
Okay.
It's a certain
I will do an R&B report card, but just bear with me. It's not something I could just cook up overnight. It's something that I really have to do my research on. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Because I'm a rap head. I listen to rap music 24/7.
Okay.
So it's not going to come out this week. Give me a minute and you'll get an R&B report card.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Volunteers.
I'll tap in with you.
Tap in with me
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that. All right,
Yeah.
listen. Here we go, man. This is the bullshit, and we about to get off this, and we going straight to the magazine. I don't know how much time you got, but hopefully. All right, listen, man. I'm about to be mad at this nigga, low-key, and I shouldn't even ask this question.
What's going on?
Top 5.
LA or
Fresh off
Town?
mine, man. Overall.
Overall of all time.
Dead, live, active, not active.
Number 1 is Cube.
Next is Snoop Dogg.
No.
All right, Cube, okay.
Number 1 is Cube.
And give me your top 5 and give me the first grade that comes to your mind.
A great A.
All right?
Everybody in my top 5 gonna be A, like overall.
I'll be the judge of that.
Jay-Z.
A.
Secondly. It's Rick Ross at 3.
Oh, yes, I love that. I love that.
Just album making.
I love that.
Record making. I haven't come
Not
across.
3, but I love that. It's
Better
no
than-
particular order, right?
better than
No, it's in
Kanye.
order.
No, okay. Whoa, 3?
3.
Whoa.
3.
Whoa, okay, go ahead. Whoa.
And then 4 Nipsey. And then 5 Dom Kennedy. That's my top 5.
So wait, this
And
had
hear
to
me
be
out.
West Coast.
No. This is based
That
off.
was any-
This is based off bodies of work. This is based off of projects, albums, mixtapes that I can cut on in my car right now and just smoke and listen to and drive up and down PCH or wherever the fuck I'm going. Those 5 artists deliver projects.
Oh
Cube,
my God.
Jay, Dom, Nip.
You're not getting in your car playing no Cube
Ross.
right now. Stop.
What are you talking about?
You're not getting in your whip playing
And
Cube.
come on, you know how we do it?
The album?
Lethal Interjection, I'm not. That's my dad's
No.
least favorite Cube
When was the last time you hopped in your whip and cut on a Cube album?
Recently. I have Cube
Over
albums in my
Kanye?
phone. Hell,
Over Lil Wayne?
I don't have a Kanye West.
This is a problem.
I don't have a Kanye West
This is
song
the problem.
I don't have a Kanye West song in my phone. I don't have a Lil Wayne
This
song
is the
in my phone.
problem right
'Cause
here.
I can't get jiggy with it. I can't groove. I like to groove. That's why I like West Coast music because it's based off the groove. This is the West. I like that groove.
You don't like the old Kanye, like the first 3 albums, first 4 albums?
I mean, you talking about college dropout,
Dropout,
graduation, late registration.
Yeah.
808s and Heartbreaks.
That's when
My
it started
Beautiful
getting
Dark
a little-
Twisted Fantasy?
People really gassed that album.
No.
up.
What, the My Beautiful?
Yeah, it's like it's too obscure for me. It's like it's really
It's
a
R&B.
production.
It's R&B vibes. It's R&B vibes. A
It's
little close.
obscure. It's avant. It's avant-garde. It's just not me. To me, a good album is something that I can play driving up because I drive up PCH all the time. That's my favorite thing to do. I get in my car, gas it up, go out there and just drive up and down.
Gas it up. That's
Yeah.
a flex. Whoa.
Anyway,
My fault, man. Gas is a little.
You gotta-
It's big. It's somewhere up in there.
you gotta definitely be able to play it driving up and down PCH. That's how I judge music.
Okay.
Anyway, my fault, man. Gas is a little. What's up? You gotta definitely be able to play it driving up and down PCH. That's how I judge music.
I feel like you're racist. I'm
racist?
Yeah, man.
We've only
I
been
just
talking about one
it's just Kanye. Kanye is just the best.
So I can kind of get a gauge on you, bro. What are your top 5 just albums, rap albums?
Oh, my favorite rap album of all time is YG My Crazy Life. That's my favorite rap album to ever come out.
That's
ever.
a good album, but
Great album.
number one
one
of
of the
all
last
time.
classics. No,
First
for
off,
the West Coast, that's one of the last
Classics.
something I would call a classic.
Yeah.
I agree, but number one off the
Of
rip,
all time.
I mean,
No album has ever.
there was no skips in that bitch either.
Ever. No album has ever impacted me like that album did. When that album came out, I had just turned maybe like 18, and it was just a moment for me. It stuck with me. I remember that. I remember where I was when it came out. I remember where I was when the singles came out. I remember where I was when I saw the cover, all that. I fuck with that. Another one I would say from the West Side would love to, Don. Get Home Safely, Don.
Come on, man.
You asked me about mine.
No, I'm listening, man. But this the pulpit.
We would do. I don't want to do all LA, so I'll give Reasonable Doubt because I listen to that album a lot. Like I love Ain't No Nigga.
Okay.
I love Can't Knock the Hustle. Cashmere.
You swam me. Okay. Pause.
Reasonable Doubt. I don't really like Ready to Die. I like Life After Death more than I like Ready to Die, to be honest.
All right. Get Rich or Die Trying. Yeah. No.
50. I mean, if it comes on, I'm not cutting it on. But if it comes on, it's fire. But it's not something I have.
It's not
I'd be
something
lying if I said I have.
You'll
it
get
my
in and
phone.
play Cube over that.
Yes.
And no Wayne, no Carter 1, no Carter 2.
No.
What's your favorite Ross album?
Rick, oh man, there we go. Deeper Than Rap, man, is his best body of work. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all try to Teflon Don us, and it's definitely Deeper Than Rap, man.
No,
In
not
Cold
Teflon
Blood,
Don. No.
Valley of Death, Magnificent. The record with Foxy Murder remind me like, God damn.
Deeper Than Rap, I'll give you that.
That's Ross' best work, but God Forgives I Don't is a classic. Teflon Don is a classic. He has those 3 classic albums for me.
That's when they got a little. Port of Miami was a GOAT, but Deeper Than Rap was a little deeper than that.
Deeper Than Rap.
Deeper Than Rap
it's
was deep.
mafioso rap. That's my favorite form of rap is mafioso rap. Because I love Junior Mafia. I love Foxy, Lil Kim, Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas, The Firm. I love mafioso rap because the stories was there.
You ever heard of Rhythmism, the DJ Quick album?
Yeah, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites.
All right, man. Anything else? Did we miss anything? Any artists that you would love to talk about?
No. Just shout out to all of the artists on all 56 of the artists on the LA Rap Report card. Shout out to y'all. Keep up the good work. I'm in support of you. I'm not your enemy. I'm your advocate. And keep up the good work. Regardless of what grade you got my attention, obviously. So that's good.
Reason, pause. We used to have sleepovers.
What?
Pause. We used to have sleepovers when we was kids and play video games at my ex-cousin Tim's house.
He said I do it for clickbait. That's what he said.
Shout out to Reason.
He said I do
Reason.
this for clickbait. Yeah. That's what he said.
I didn't know where he started rapping. I never knew. I never knew.
A little dry to me.
I never
Just
knew,
A little
but
dry. Don't need some
I
hot
don't see
sauce or
nothing.
some sauce or
I don't see
something.
nothing. But shout out to the sleepover we had.
But hasn't put out a project since 2020. That's why it's a 68 D plus. That ha was him. That ha was not me.
My fault. That was me. I'm taking all the smoke. Paul, now, this nigga know me. So
Okay,
it's all
yeah.
good. Shout out to Ash Bash, man. There's some
Shout out
great
to her.
people here, man. Blast, shout out to, whenever I see Blast, all I think about is TIU. And whenever I see TIU, all I think about is my brother Amazing, one of the coldest lyric rappers I've ever seen. If I could put him on here, the only thing I would give him an issue with is something he knows I know, the fucking consistency, bro. I love you, and I need to hear more rap from you. So shout out to everybody in the TIU establishment.
Yeah, shout out.
Everybody that made the list, man. Another round of applause for you
Shout
and
out.
doing your goddamn shit. DeJon,
Yes, sir.
you got A Day in LA podcast,
Yeah.
and it's also a magazine.
Yeah.
So you pick whatever you want to discuss, but I want to get into that rude and disrespectful. What the fuck is A Day in LA?
A Day in LA is a platform dedicated to promoting and bringing awareness, structure, and organization to the LA rap scene. It's mostly about structure and organization.
That's why I feel it's a little racist, because what about the R&B? Can we do music?
You got to stop using racist words.
I'm just trying to ruin the word racist.
No, but it's just my initiation is rap. That's my calling is rap. That's why I feel like God put me here.
Just music. Yeah, we can definitely get 20 artists for sure.
This is what I can do this year. I can go out and find an R&B editor for the magazine.
I'm listening.
But when you think about XXL, you think about The Source, which is my inspiration, which is what I grew up reading. My father had every one of them underneath his glass coffee table. I would just open them up after school and read. They focused on rap. It would be R&B here and there, but their focus was rap. And if there was an R&B star on the cover of The Source outside of Mary J. Blige, I remember it used to be hell when they would have like TLC or any type of R&B artist that wasn't outside of Mary that was on the cover of The Source magazine. It would be like, this is not Vibe. You feel me?
And I'm
that was Vibe's thing. That wasn't The Source or XXL's thing.
I'm two things. And I hate, again, a man in your place and that's done the work. Again, I'm super light on the suggestions, but I'm just going what's on my heart.
No, definitely.
Definitely, rap is nigga shit. What I've learned. Like, this is like, and women got the bread. I know we're not in it for the money, but the R&B shit, and also what I was thinking as well. And I'm not curating, I'm not suggesting, I'm just speaking freely.
Open to suggestions.
So not only that, adding R&B, but maybe if we can, or an all females list. Not we do a grand one.
It's not 56 of them.
It's not 56 of them.
One side,
you know what I'm saying?
Side,
maybe one side. Only because I've learned going to this, because I used to love rapping, but I definitely committed my life to this R&B shit. You know what I'm saying? But one of the biggest thing was understanding that women got the bag. You know what I'm saying? They got the most disposable income, out here, and they gonna buy the tickets to the show.
I'll say it like this: if I did a female rap LA report card, I feel like the reactions will be a lot better than with all the guys. I feel like, because look at how Ash Bash handled it versus how the dudes handle it. It's like a kind of reverse thing. She handled it in a more of a masculine, less emotional, intellectual way. And then the guys is the one that's throwing hissy fits and crying and hitting me up at 9 a.m. talking about, why am I not on your page? Why am I not on the report card? It's like, why are you not on another man's Instagram? That's what you're upset about this
9
morning?
9 a.m.?
Yeah, that's crazy. You supposed
be
to be
like
making your
Rashard,
swerves.
be on the girls' Instagram.
You supposed to be making your swerves right now. You DMing me talking about why you not on my page. Like, why you not?
Go be consistent, nigga.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Go be consistent, and you probably be answering every one of them. Just knowing you and how you responded to me, you definitely answering every one of them niggas too.
As many as I can. As many as I can get around to before lunch. Yeah.
You got him before lunch, nigga. After lunch, nigga, don't DM, nigga.
Don't DM me.
All right,
don't
man.
be rude.
So a day in LA. I don't know why I keep throwing that life in there.
People
Talk
say
to me
that.
about a day in LA.
A day in LA, man, it's just a colorful brand, man. I love it. It's inspired by the palm trees of LA and just the color schemes of LA. It's all about tribalness and just bringing us all together to talk about rap. So a lot of times when I wake up on a timeline, it's baby daddy this, baby mama that. Who fucking this? Who eating ass? Who doing this? The XYZ drama, negative shit, or
my bad.
How much money y'all rent is? How much money y'all pay for this? All this just bullshit. And so I'm the person who initially brought, especially back in 2018 when I first got on Twitter with that daily thing. I was the one saying, okay, no, what's your favorite Dom Kennedy song? What's your favorite RJ song? What's your favorite Greedo song? What's your favorite Bino project? You get me? I will introduce those type of memes to the timeline, kind of not stray the conversation away from that, but add an alternative. So if you wake up and get on LA Twitter, we don't have to gossip. We're not on here to make other people feel bad about their financial situation or about you sleeping with their dude or sleeping with their girl, all the shit that you wake up and see on LA Twitter on a regular basis. Like, no, it's an alternative. You can come to the 80LA DeJon page or Daily Magazine page and have fun, and I'll cash app you if you participate. There's people that participate, and I'll cash app them $20 for lunch or $30 for lunch or whatever. I play games. I do giveaways. I give away hoodies, shirts, all that. It's just a fun space for people that love our music, and it is a niche in the underground scene of fans that love LA West Coast music, and they have fun on my page.
I mean, if you're getting death threats, I think you're onto something. Like,
I guess so,
especially
from Text Freaks.
Yeah. So like you gotta do the Elvis, do the I hate Elvis and the I love Elvis shirts. Like you feel me? So shout out to them.
What was dude mad at to actually make the death threat? What did you do, or what did you say about it?
I can't even tell you what bro's name is. I don't know these people's name. They hitting me from random numbers, fake accounts. Okay. Most of them be like Stink Team fans. Like this year, most people were upset that Stink Team's not on here. But as I've explained maybe 20,000 times, their manager asked me specifically last year not to include them this year, even though he vehemently denies it. So I posted a screenshot of him asking on my page, hey, Leeds, don't grade Stink Team whatsoever. So that's why they're not on there. So I don't get why it's like, oh, you hate the Stinks. Stinks were in L.A. Why aren't they on the report card? Why isn't Ralphie on the report card? His manager asked me not to put him on here.
So if somebody is new to LA, man, what's LA rap about? Are we sending them to a day in LA?
That's where you got to come through.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That is, excuse me, not the goal. That's what it is.
It's a hub. It's a
hub.
one-stop shop for you to find out who all these artists are at once. You can just click on my page. You're going to discover thousands, if not thousands of West Coast LA artists.
And we got a playlist. We got anything.
I do a deadline playlist every week. The LA Rap Workshop, that's what I definitely want to promote. I do that every Wednesday.
Great segue.
I do that every Wednesday. I didn't do it today because I'm here.
Yeah, thank you.
But every Wednesday, I do the LA Rap Workshop. We've had guests from Mustard, Blue Bucks Clan, Jason Cash being there all the time, Airplane James being there all the time. And we just talk. I have a curriculum. We talk about different topics. So when I do it this week, I'm going to do it tomorrow, obviously. It's going to be originality. So that's the theme of the workshop. So you'll be able to come in here and hear us give our spills, me and my team give our spills about what originality means to the LA rap scene, and then you can voice your own opinion.
Well, that was my next segue. So if you don't mind on God Talk, while you're on the pulpit, just preach to us in the congregation, man, about any one of the workshops that you have had that mean a lot to you, that was a great conversation. If you can just reiterate that in as blessed fashion as you possibly can, Reverend Paul, amen. What's a very important workshop that we can repeat here?
To me, the most important workshop that we did outside of the first one with Mustard was the second one with Mustard. So I think I was getting tires put on my truck, and I was at the tire shop. I had already did a workshop.
Tired of what?
I was getting tires put on my truck.
Oh, got you.
I was at the tire shop. I had already did a workshop that morning, and maybe like an hour after that, Mustard gets on Twitter like, "Hey, DeJon, start the workshop up again. I want to talk about niggas saying I don't make my own beats." You remember that?
Yes.
And so we had that workshop. That was my.
And RJ was in there too.
RJ came in there and defended him. That was my favorite moment. It just made me feel like I was doing something good. Like I had a real platform that artists wanted to tap into, and it was like 1,000 people in the workshop that week. Normally we do a couple hundred. It was like 1,000 people in the workshop that week, listening to him break down how he makes his own beats and him defending, his stance, his opinion. And RJ came in, like you said, and vouched for him, like, man, you did make this beat, that beat. I watched you make your own beat. So.
And where is it?
It's on
Twitter.
Clubhouse or Twitter? No, Twitter.
Twitter Spaces?
Twitter Spaces.
Oh,
Twitter
shit.
Spaces, and we record it and put it on YouTube if I have a guest. If I have a guest, we record it and put it on YouTube. So it's on my YouTube channel as well. You go listen to the Mustard ones, the RJ ones, the Blue Bucks ones. But the LA Rap Workshop is lit. It's probably the favorite thing that I do.
Magazines, and this is print. This
print
is
magazine. I didn't have any
go
to
by.
Yes, especially the freshman cover, the LA freshman cover I do every year. I just did my third one with Pro Club. We shot it at their headquarters. They were the official presenter of it. This is not a Pro Club. Trying to mess up the money. Trying to mess up the money.
It looked like it.
Yeah, I should have lied. It said,
you should have lied.
But at God's house.
Hey, DeJon. Well, today, back then, but today, what made you feel comfortable putting out a print version of a magazine, seeing that everything is digital?
What made me? I like to roll my weed up on it. It's tangible.
This nigga said roll the weed up.
I do. Yes, a tray too. It's a double purpose. Like Craig at Next Friday when he was rolling up on the magazine.
I love it.
And then I love when I walk into people's houses and they have it on their coffee table and stuff. I got homies with barbershops. They buy them and have them in their barbershop. So it's just something, you still need a magazine if you can flip through it or whatnot. Some people just look at the pictures. Everybody's not a reader. But it's important to have that physical. And then this is also what I want to say. When rappers do the cover, they get magazines that they can give to their mom, their pops, their kids, they this, that,
Agreed.
and third.
Keep them forever.
Right.
Posters included.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a collector's item as well.
I love it. We have a question from IG.
What's going on?
As a new artist, most don't have access to 200K.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things they could do in replacement of that?
That's why I said money or intelligence. You want both.
Woo!
But just to be intelligent. So watch this.
I love that.
Watch this. How much money did it cost me to make a report card? How much money did I make last year? How much money did I spend when I made the report card?
Printing these up, probably $50 to $60.
Right, but it was viral before I ever printed one up.
Yeah.
It cost me $0 to make a report card and go viral and be all over everybody's page and the topic of the city for however long, XYZ. I didn't spend any money. That was intelligence. That was creativity. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm listening.
if you don't have the funds to do something, I don't necessarily have the budget of a double XL or the Source magazine back in the day, but I use my mind and I don't take no for an answer and I figure it out. You just have to be intelligent.
Intelligent and creativity. I love that, man. And almost in the words of my OG, my mentor, Damon Dash, I asked him, I said, man, you be talking about money and you make money seem so easy. And guys, somebody put EDD in the comments. Shout out to Hoff. If you ain't learned nothing from EDD, yeah, we all got money. But understand that money is tangible. Money is easy to access, and it could pop up and go as easy as these emotions, man. Yeah. So let's not get too tied up. But we understand, I'm sorry. On this show, we've talked about passive income. Okay. One of the main ingredients to passive income is creativity. One of the main ingredients to creativity is God, all right? So we got a lot of things to align before we get to the passive income, all right? But one of the things that I have to let everyone know, I asked Dame, I said, Dame, what if a nigga don't got 200K? What if a nigga ain't got it right now? He asked me, he said, how much is a white T-shirt?
There we go.
Downtown, you can get one white T-shirt for $3. You buy a Pro Club, it's going to cost you $7 to $10, depending on where you're going.
You buy a dozen for like $20-some.
Exactly. Dame said, you go buy one T-shirt, you better find a Sharpie, a marker, something, write on that for $3 and go sell that bitch for $10. Yep. You go re-up and do the same re-up and do the re-up and re. That's Damon Dash, man. Everybody love to give him smoke, but a lot of these people on this wall, a lot of people in our playlist, not in his playlist, goddamn. He did put Jay-Z in there, but
Dame is one of my
Dame
biggest
is a GOAT.
inspirations. Absolutely.
One T-shirt, two T-shirts. Work your way up to 2K. That's what Stevie did. That's what Elani did. That's what we do. That's what we do. And can't nobody do it better than us, because we're going to do it not niggas in L.A. We're going to do it fashionably. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you got that hustle about you. But, nigga, downtown is on Main and Pico, nigga.
There we go.
Meet me there, beat me there. You hear me? Yeah. But, again, the magazine, print, tangible, collector's item. Wrap it up as far as where we're going, man. By next year, we know we got a volume 3 coming out.
Yeah, we got progress report card coming out in June.
Ooh.
Yeah. I dropped one last year, too. It's a progress report card comes out in like the middle of the year.
Just to let you know.
It's an update.
Like, I'm looking.
Right, yeah, it doesn't weigh as much, obviously, the grade, and I'm not as strict on the progress report card because it's a progress report card. But
is it less categories or
no, same categories, but again, I'm not as stern because you didn't have the whole year to step your game up like you've had your whole year to step your game up. So I'm not as stern on it, but we do get the progress report card in June.
All right, man. Falon, talk to me. How we feel? Oh, that's the GOAT, the greatest rapper of all time that I know. I done seen this nigga battle niggas, some of the best niggas that y'all know, and one of these niggas on this list. Out of this man's nutsack. I'm going to just say it for him. He ain't got to say it.
Oh, man.
I'm going to just say it for him. All right. Falon, talk to me.
No, I'm just glad we got DeJon here so we can get some perspective and people could see that he's not just quote-unquote hating. He really got some truth and some good advice behind anything he's saying or advising these artists to do. And just to clear up a lot of stuff. Because I know I've seen you on No Jumper. I've seen you in the workshops, but a lot of people haven't really got to see you, like, in a more intimate type of setting.
I get what you said. People ask me to do that more so, and I guess I have to. So, yeah.
No Jumper, they was definitely trying to jump you in there.
They wasn't trying to jump me. They was just
with the questions. It was wild. I was like, is that really where he coming from?
I mean, it was the most like unprofessional experience of my life, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, I get interviewed all the time. None of the interviews have ever gone like that. That's the only interview.
Okay, wait. We gotta just. I'm sorry. I'm going with my heart. Amazing in this motherfucker, huh?
What?
I can't hear you.
Let me take these off. Why would we be talking about that?
Oh yeah.
That's dope. But I mean, we can stay off that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Chuck Dizzle. Let's say it like that. That's how we'll say it. Shout out to Chuck Dizzle.
That's crazy because I was
like
about to ask about that.
I like his temperament. I like his temperament.
But what I do want to, yeah, I'm good. I'm good with y'all. All right, man. Mazo's here. We've had a great show.
Yes,
Say
sir.
you?
Absolutely.
Anything we leave off? Anything that we want to talk about?
Shout out to LA Rap, man. Shout out to LA Rap. Keep up the good work. Get better, improve, and we'll see you progress report card time.
DeJon, one more question. Who you think is our next? If you have to pick somebody, they don't necessarily got to be on the list, but who you think is our next crossover or mainstream quote unquote star coming up out of LA.
When G Perico decides to step up his lyricism and become like a lyrical beast, like I know he can, he's going to be a problem.
I'm glad you said that.
Because he has the hustle. The hustle was there. The energy is there. The consistency is there. It's just the bars, for me, the bars is missing.
What do you think happened as far as his progress? Because in football terms, it seemed like he had like a flag on the play, back up 15 yards. Because I would see him at the Rock Nation brunch. I would see him in certain places with Diddy, but now it's like, from that perspective.
Threshold, nigga.
He left Rock Nation. He's independent.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? So, but to me, he still can, and I know certain things behind the scenes going on, he still can become a household name in rap and be one of the faces for the West Coast if he steps up that lyricism, because it'll give East Coast niggas something to talk about on some Griselda type shit or like on some Freddie Gibbs independent type shit, that type of rap and lyrical. That type of shit gets Grammy nominations nowadays. You get what I'm saying? If you can be lyrical enough. Being lyrical is a marketing tool.
No, like Freddie, that's how Freddie Gibbs floats off of
bars.
bars.
So imagine if G Perico was delivering to that standard with the hustle, dropping 5 projects a year, rapping like that.
I need to go here, and it's such a pleasure having you here because you know what I'm
but
saying?
I called you. I'm like, well,
the lineage, this should give me a good feeling. I need to ask you 2 things. One, on that same vein, you, in your critique of G Perico, you said, I wish, bro, or you may not have said wish, it's not verbatim, but you pointed out the fact of actually writing your lyrics down.
There we go. Instead of freestyling in the studio. He got an 85 and be one of our highest grades because of how he performs in other categories, but in lyricism, he got a 6 out of 10. And I feel like, if he actually took time to write the songs that I'm hearing instead of just freestyling, especially once he gets to that second verse, he just be like, whatever. You feel me? I noticed that.
You really be listening.
Hell yeah. I fuck with G. But he's done the magazine cover before last year's March issue, but if he got the lyricism to a 9 or a 10, he's unstoppable. Nobody's seeing him because he got the voice, he got the image, he got the clothing brand, he got the fans, he's doing tours, he got a Gangsta Girls dropping with DJ Drama like in a week. He going on tour with Drama. He has the opportunities, the platforms. Nobody's talking about the bars like how Wayne. Everybody was talking about his bars. You get what I'm saying?
Which you discredit.
Kendrick. No. I did not discredit.
You didn't discredit. You just didn't.
I don't like the style that he raps.
Okay.
In. But there are bars. Kendrick, bars. You get what I'm saying? To be that household name in hip hop, you really have to be.
It's the first on the list.
A lyricist.
It's the first on the list. All right. In my experience, I've heard some very, very bad things about Rock Nation. Very, very bad. And in my experience, I've experienced some very bad things. And sometimes the truth is hard to say because when we step over into the media lane, you know what I'm saying, because of the fear of being blackballed, which is something that you maybe have experienced. You know what I'm saying?
I've experienced it out
so
here.
Just talk cancel culture, blackball. Just kind of talk to that or overcoming it. Is it real with your own like? Just talk to me about that.
It happens, and to me, it's just I thank God for it. I thank God for affliction because it's an opportunity for me to be a better DeJon Paul on the other side of it. If I could get over and get through this, I know it's a better me. So I thank God when He lays obstacles in my path. Because it's a challenge, and I love a challenge. This was a challenge. Putting this together and doing
56
it 56
niggas, yeah.
Right, it's a challenge. So I thank God for it. But I feel like people get together, and one is feminine to me. Like a group of guys get together, like, hey, we're not going to work with him. If you work with him, I'm not fucking with you no more. Like, you know how many artists talk shit about me, but still cool with my friends in real life?
I hate that.
And I don't
have to miss a fucking baby shower because of that shit.
And I don't give a fuck. And I don't give a even you, like, if me and you become cool and we friends or whatnot, and you got a problem with him or I got a problem with him, and y'all still cool, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't.
You can't give a fuck, but
don't bring the nigga around me.
Amen.
I don't give a fuck.
Preach to him.
And that's what happens in this industry because people aren't smart and people don't have talent and skills. They just popular or nice or appear to be nice. That's a lot of the little girl shit that goes when they get together and say, hey, if you work with him, we're not fucking with you no more. We all got on the phone and we decided that if you give him any any interview, repost him, if we see him on your page, we not fucking with you no more. And to me, that's just little girl shit. But to me, it's a sign that you're not intellectual. You don't have a skill. You can't go write a whole magazine front page to back like I can. You don't know how to write well. You don't know how to do X, Y, Z well. You don't have a skill. All you know how to do is walk in a room, roll up a blunt, appear to be nice.
And barely dressed.
And that's what a lot of LA industry people do. They just appear to be nice. Yeah, we're gonna link, we're gonna build. Yeah, you the best. People in media for years out here have just been posted up. Oh, go check out this artist project. No, tell me how you feel about it. What's your favorite songs? How you feel about the beats? How you feel about the mix? Articulate yourself to me, but people just don't be having them type of cognitive skills. Again, it goes back to the skill.
Intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pass the mic to you if you have any questions. You good? That's a rapper right there. One of my best friends, one of my past friends, brothers, and very intelligent as well. So anything that, please just think about something, anything on your mind while he's here. Let's use him. I want your answer right now. All right. People always, I've heard this question to you, around you. I want you to answer it. How credible is this list? Understanding that you've been in the music industry since 12, 13.
Right.
In your experience, how credible, how serious should people take this list?
Okay, well, I'm going to take these headphones off first, and then I'm going to make sure I got one ear, and then I got another.
Yeah.
So I would say it's 100% credible. I hear the music fine.
I'm listening.
Just like your opinion, if I was to erase my scores and you put your scores down here, it'd be credible because it's based off your opinion. And it's not your responsibility. Your opinion on music or your feedback to music is not your responsibility. It's subjective, but it's not your responsibility. It's G Perico's responsibility in his business to make sure that when somebody asks me how I feel about his lyricism, I'm saying a 10. Or ask me how I feel about his catalog, I'm saying a 10. That's not on me. You ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about this artist's music? My response is on the artist. It's your job to make me want to say 10, nigga. 10 across the board.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you an assessment, 1 to 10.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was gonna wait to say this till when the show was done, but I just want to say thank you.
Oh, appreciate it.
You feel what I'm saying? Because we need the mediums like you the tastemakers, that you were gonna make it easier for artists in LA.
Thank you.
That's what we needed. When people are asking, what do LA artists need? We need you.
Thank you, bro.
The people to take the time to make the report cards, magazines,
It's gonna listen,
shed light,
and respond.
even if it's light and saying you get an F this year.
This year, right?
You get what I'm saying? Or you get an F this time out. Even if it's that light, people see the F. They didn't see you at first.
Exactly.
They see you with an F. Now they can see you get a C and then see you get an A. And it's because of your report card. Thank you for that. Because that's what LA artists need is the medium.
Definitely.
People that say, yo, I'm a tastemaker. I can choose. I'm a DJ. That's what we need.
And we can add that to what you said.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Money,
and
intelligence, and we also need them mediums.
Yeah, the people that are willing to step up and do
Yes.
it, and not just
Well said.
and not just be like, oh, go check out this artist project, but again, get articulate with it. Tell me how you feel about the project, and then maybe the fans. I ask the fans to tell me how they feel about music all the time. Let me know in the comments how you like this song, how you like this video. I want to hear people's opinions on it because at least then they're speaking on it. That's time they're taking to talk about LA rap. I have the entire city talking about LA rap where a couple of years ago this wasn't the topic.
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Wide Scope Media Podcast. How do you keep going knowing real always have it harder? Oh, the real always have it harder. What's your motivation? I'm going to read that one more time. How do you keep going knowing the real always have it harder? What's your motivation?
I mean, what I'm going to do, stop? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just, this is me. If I wasn't doing this in rap, I'd be doing this in some other capacity. This is me. This is when I get up and I make memes. That's just my peace of mind.
Make memes.
I love making memes. I love making posts. That's just what I do. It's what I breathe. I breathe hip hop. So I can't see me stopping. I can't see me not doing this. Again, I've been doing music since I was music business stuff since I was 12. So I'm always do it. I'm always find a way to be in the music business and make something shake.
And it's always music to motivate you, whether like West B, whether it's gas or whether it's trash.
Yeah.
Some of the trash be like, hey, one of the niggas that got trash is on here, Wale the Sensei. He sent what's his anybody wanna kill me?
Scandalous.
He sent Scandalous that rough draft in. And then by the third time he sent it in, that's the one everybody heard. The intro was still on there, which everybody was mad at, but it was still there. You know what I'm saying?
He got an 85 a B this year. Shout out to Wally, one of my favorite rap singers in the city. Want to see him do more hooks, but he did House Party for RICHE last year. and that's one of the best Rap Son collaborations last year. So make sure y'all tap in with Wally and get a feature from him, get a hook, because we need to see that Nate Dogg, T-Fly, Ty Dolla $ign thing kind of jumping again.
Did you see House Party?
I have not seen House Party.
Seen it?
I want to go. I might go to the drive-in this week. I was in Vegas over the weekend, and I stopped in Palm Springs for some.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's what I told you. I said I love Palm Springs. I go to Palm Springs like maybe once a month.
That's once a month?
Yes.
Holy
I'll book a B&B and just go.
You
to
really
Palm
with
Springs.
the gas, though. You really with the...
I love to drive.
You got a gas card?
No, I love to drive.
Hey, yeah, call me, man. Let me know. I'll
All
pull
right,
up.
for
You
sure.
feel me? I won't pull up, but I'll passenger with you.
Yeah,
2 hours and shit. You feel me? I'll roll up or something.
You can get to Palm Springs right under 2 hours, like an hour 50 minutes. If
You
you just
drive crazy too?
I drive
Listening to
fast.
hip hop, nigga.
I
You
drive
go
fast. I don't
shooting
drive
out the
crazy.
window and everything. You ever shot somebody? You ever?
Have I ever shot somebody?
I mean, I'm saying you listen to all this
Do I
rap
look
music.
like I
Have you ever?
shoot people?
Have you ever robbed a nigga? Just pulled up.
No, I'm a
just
square.
asking.
I'm a square.
Hip hop got a way of influencing
I'm a
you. I'm
square.
just saying.
I went to Catholic school. I'm a square.
All right, man. You from Inglewood, man. It was a pleasure sitting here with you, man. It ain't too far from your home.
No,
I call us Inglewood, but literally we're one street away. Literally. You feel me? So I really appreciate you for showing up, man. The floor is yours. Anything you want to say, anything we missed, go ahead and land the plane, brother.
Make sure you tap in with the LA Rap Report Card this year. RapReportCards.com, adan.la, at Eddie LA DeJon on all social media, and just support these rappers. Find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you could just tap in with, check them out, give them a listen. That's all I want to say.
All right, man. And we here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. We're going to keep this show the same level, man. Everybody, if you're watching right now, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, I'm new to Twitch. So y'all let me know how to do it, how it went.
Yeah.
But we here, man. We not stopping. And this is going to be, I think, a staple not only in our community, in our culture, but I want to some kind of way integrate it into God Talk, some kind of way, and either we playing their videos or some kind of way you send us a song of the week or something. You know what I'm saying? A video, send us some guests to interview, anything like that. We want your magazine. How often we releasing the magazine?
I try to do it like bi-monthly every 2 months. So
Okay.
I have another one coming in February because I dropped one in December with RJ on it. Excuse me.
Okay. And podcasts.
My podcast is returning next month. I just signed a new deal with a production company. So it's gonna be dope. And it's gonna have like some twists this year. It's gonna be a review element to it. Like artists can send their music in and get it reviewed live on the podcast. So you'll be checking that out real soon. But
Can we talk production deals when we get off? Can you help me help?
Yeah, definitely.
Help myself?
Definitely.
All right, for sure, man. It was a pleasure, man. All the questions, everybody that popped in. We went from 11:11 to 1:11, so it's really got up in here, man.
It's lunchtime.
It's lunchtime.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no more DMs and no more God Talk. I'll see y'all on Friday, man. Peace out, y'all.